Hello, my name is Kafui Dey. My guest is Stonebwoy, award-winning singer-songwriter and record producer. Stone.
Nice to meet you.
What did happen, man?
Thank you very much. You know me, I call you uncle, so you know.
I did for you. I did for you.
Be so.
What's new with you, man?
Firstly, we have to give thanks for life.
Yes.
And all the things that are old, and paving way for the new things. So in terms of new, event-wise, we're looking towards London for the Beam Fest, which is going to be, I think, the first time holding a Beam Fest outside of Ghana on the 15th of August at the OVO Arena, Wembley. 12,500 seater capacity. So I say that to say that it's looking to be a very big one out of the capacities that we have always attempted. You know, and therefore it's a big deal. And then we are putting our powers and energies together to make sure that Ghana is also represented at such levels. Because many a times when you look at what is going on in the entertainment scene, you find out that many of us as Ghanaian artists, especially the new school, are not able to do many of such numbers outside of the country, owing to a lot of reasons that are valid, you know, which is the fact that from where I sit, one of the first reasons will be intentional investment into actually pushing the envelope. And then another one would be, amongst many, would be another intentional patronage by the Ghanaian populace to an extent, making it even more attractive so that other nationals would love to roll along. Speaking from experience, I've understood that for our brother or sister Nigerians, they would have had to be very intentional about how they made theirs a possibility, which includes being very intentional and pushing. And we all would have heard the story about how an individual Nigerian will go into a club, a new space, and ask that the Nigerian music be put on rotation, and sometimes go out of their way to actually even tip whoever is there. And that is marketing extra O, you know, in another sense, in a patriotic sense. So these are two reasons that I can say off of the back of, you know. So yeah, we are attempting a very new space where it must take a lot of faith, courage, and determination, but it has to be tried to be done. So
Maybe so.
here we go.
Congrats, man. In advance.
Thank you very much.
What does it mean to you to export the Beam Fest beyond the shores of Ghana?
Thank you very much. Exporting Beam Fest beyond the shores of Ghana, firstly exports Ghana, you know, to the world, which would be that I carry the Ghanaian sound, and I carry some alternative inspiration from across the African sound as well, some that would have been developed and named in the Caribbean and in the Americas, but also still having its black roots irrespective. So it is actually carrying Ghana and Africa to the next level, especially Ghana, because, you know, it is such that whatever happens across the globe, there is identity to it, you know. And the African identity, though very much needed, does not really much as, you know, bring that patriotic joy as when, you know, this is Ghana.
Maybe so.
It's like, it's Ghana for Africa. It's Nigeria for Africa. It's not always Africa for Africa, because you can't say I'm from Africa. When you go out there in terms of identity and representation, you'd have to say the part of Africa that you are coming from, you know. So this means a lot to me, especially as a Ghanaian. I mean, I understand the level of patriotic energy that I carry and wish, you know. So many a times I wish for my Ghanaian colleagues in all endeavors, not only in entertainment, to be able to continue to shine. You see, when the Artemis went out there in space,
Yes.
the Ghanaian schooled white lady caught the identity of there, and we are enjoying and celebrating the fact that in academia, we are able to contribute to persons who would even learn and read in Ghana to be able to be after Apollo in 1970 something.
Yeah.
The next one is the Artemis, right? And here we go. So it's important to hold Ghana, at a pivotal space in my mind. And I can only do that via my own little space, which is the entertainment and creativity. So I'm always pushing the button. This may not be the first time I am daring, locally and abroad. I've always dared just to embody that spirit of Kwame Nkrumah and those who would have sacrificed and fought for the well-being of the nation. So for me, I'm doing it through my aspect, which is the creative arts and entertainment.
Yeah. How do you prepare for a big show like this? It's a new boundaries that are being broken. Do you switch it up? What do you do?
The truth is there's a need for preparation, which you have to be intentional about, bringing all the other aspects that make the whole. And so it might be a new venue, it might be a new move, but it is not an entirely alien to the brand Stonebwoy, because when it comes to doing stuff outside of the nation, I have done some of the biggest stuff as well, either as a headliner or moving in as your own tour. So I understand that it's just going to be a continuity of such and such, but herein you have to continue to employ able hands, and this time I'm actually working with one who has experience, through it all. Have worked with the Burna Boys, the Ashakes, the Olamides, doing the Tottenham, so this is a Nigerian group that I'm working with, which is a production and company advertising agency or company, which is called Hera Touring, owned by one lady, called Habiba, so we're together in this, and we know that preparation is going to be well grand, like the other, endeavors that they have actually handled. And from the internal team, we have always matched up to all the energies there be, so that there can be a very smooth collaboration in making sure we deliver what will wow the world and continue to have the brand Stonebwoy and the name Ghana.
It be so. So you're going to be flying the Ghana flag?
Importantly.
Yes, it be so.
Importantly.
Yeah. Is it true that when you leave the shores of Ghana, being Ghanaian becomes even more important, and you are able to project Ghana even better? I mean, what does being Ghanaian mean to you?
Yes. When you leave the shores of Ghana, as a performer, as an entertainer, even as an individual, you realize that identity becomes key. Identity really becomes key. And as a Ghanaian, people mention, when they ask you, you're checking into a hotel, something as normal as that, there's a receptionist who takes your passport and checks it and see Ghana. The next thing they say is they mention a name that has traveled beyond the shores of Ghana to feel that they can connect or they can identify with where you are coming from. And that is why you realize that it is very important for you to also not represent only for yourself, but realize that in your representation as an individual, no matter how hidden or exposed, you are actually contributing to the narrative that a Ghanaian is, or that you are actually contributing to the total Ghanaian narrative. So it's very important for me when I go out there, I make sure I put up the best behaviors, and they say charity begins at home. So if your behavior is not from home, it will be difficult for you to practice it abroad. But for an individual like myself, who always have carried that intentionality on me, I know that it's important to carry. Then in many places you see they mention some of the football stars, depending on the age range. But it's interesting to find out that in our new school, maybe after when we are gone, our impact might be very loud enough. But you hear that Baby Peles, you hear that Samoa Jans, you hear names that have actually done a lot. And in the new era, it's only in the entertainment circles at certain points that you would hear some of the new names. So it gives me that push to be able to make sure that wherever we step, we add on to that, because it's just like Ghana winning the African Cup for 4 years, but it's in the 70s and 80s.
4 times. Yeah.
And after some 30 plus years, we are not adding to that, you know. So that's how important it is for me to realize that there's a need to add to, so that it can grow.
Maybe so. Maybe so. And when you leave Ghana, what do you miss most, man? I like I did Ghana then, Charlie.
Sometimes it is the, I don't want to use a wrong word. It is a freedom. Let me just say freedom. Because you're home. Free. Yeah. It is a freedom. Freedom in the sense that for an artist like myself, I've continued to pay my dues over here. And you know, you're loved, you're seen, you're that. Sometimes you miss that freedom because there are certain rules and stuff, especially when you are parking your cars.
give me example, man.
Bro, if you park here, you by 30 minutes is clamped. By another, you are paying. To look for parking is a thing that you have to have on your mind as a priority.
Where's the hardest that you've had to park?
New York. New York and London. Yeah.
Regulation.
Especially New York. Charlie, immediately you are paying for parking. So those ones, because of course, once you land, you're going to get picked up. And everything is like, the system is like very robust. You know, I'm not speaking this in a negative or a positive space, but look at a culture or, a culture where I was pulling up in this place, I wouldn't have to think about parking. Like, okay, anywhere you're going in Ghana, parking is not on your priority list, how to deal with parking.
No.
But this one, you're reading signs, parking from 6 to 8 p.m. free, 9 to 10 paid, 4 to 5, $10. So it's like, bro, you have to have the parking. That's one of the things. And then also, sometimes the people tend to not be humans any longer because the system is so robust that they become robots. You know, and I feel it many a times as a traveler. You're going through the airport and etc., and you find out that, okay, like, bro, this is a thing that per your human faculty you can understand and use your human, just be human about it, and you will see that if you were human about that situation, you would act differently. But you're being systemic and robotic about this situation, causing a ripple effect of inconveniences.
All the way down.
All the way down, but you don't care.
You push through.
You know, so those are some of the things that would make me never leave Ghana. Yeah. Not because it's not a downside. It's just like we're more human to several situations, and it's in our culture. It's embedded like that. If I wrong you, say, go call somebody where they say, oh, what's this? Even court cases, you go back.
Go feel settled.
But meanwhile, when you enter some place, like there are some systems that it's not about cultural begging.
No, robotic.
It's robotic. Those are the things. You
know, I have friends here who wear dreads, and sometimes they get profiled, you know, just because they get dreads. Do you get that experience too here and abroad as well? Like people just pull you up because you have locks?
Yeah, I've been pulled out of a few queues a few times and profiled.
Did it feel intimidating?
It felt targeted. You know, it felt targeted, which I'm really aware of, because even if you don't experience it or have not experienced it yet, you see it in the news. You know that when it comes to those who carry dreadlocks, it has a history to that, when Bustamante in Jamaica would arrest dreadlocks and kill them, and, you know, and put them through serious, heinous, inhumane stuff. You know, like, that's a history. So I think that actually did cut across. And also in somewhere in Kenya, there are some moments when some of the histories out
of the Mau Mau times.
The Mau Mau times, when you realize that the Rastas were not taking it, like, were not being taken as a joke at all, if you carried locks. So I think these are some of the energies that would have sprung up to the level where your father would say, hey, man, your locks, man, you say your mom. So you now realize that it is a thing that is frowned upon socially, without a lot of us realizing the root cause of it, that it was once frowned upon at a state level where it was attacked. So when you have locks, you're already sidelining yourself. I can speak to my lock issues. I mean, my cousin is in the corner. I know a few times when I started carrying my lock,
Yeah.
and I went to visit my auntie.
Yes.
I mean, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
They look at you like,
What was the first thing she said when she saw you with the lock coming out? The baby
the,
locks.
the looks alone speaks louder anyway. You understand?
Every lady looks.
Yes, and that's my mom right there. So I have been aware of the path. And one thing that kept me on the path is that growing up, I knew that I was on my own.
Why?
Yes. Why? Because I can stem it from the fact that born as a twin, lost my twin brother at birth, is all contributive factor. I don't know how that would be, but in your brains, whatever it is growing up and all of those. And then along the way, my experiences in life as well have always made me know that I'm on my own. You understand? So I've always been that type of a person who considers and thinks through a lot. So when I choose a path that falls peacefully within my heart, I follow. So I mean, I say this to say that I was almost like the black sheep amongst the whole squad.
Really?
You know, with the lock looks and in class, my school uniform, when they gave it to us, I'll buy a Bob Marley flag, then I'll sew it on one side and turn the ceremonial uniform. Say they gave you two,
yes,
so I can manage one. Then I use the other one as a school bag, like I do like a sack bag.
The uniform?
Bob on it. Yes.
You turn the uniform into bag?
Yes. One side is the uniform, one side is Bob Marley flag.
What the teachers they talk?
My dad, shout out to my teachers in there. They give that. It's just me to say to add more context to how I've always felt.
Yeah.
Like I've been somebody who likes to be on my own, because I was the only one in trousers anyway at the time in the school also. So it's just like, this guy is different.
But why they wear trousers to school?
Because I had a problem with my hair.
Okay.
So to bring it back to the lock situation,
yes,
I'm just stemming to that difference. So
yeah,
I've always been that lover of consciousness. And I realized. So a few times they'll pick me up and investigate. Sometimes they go enter my locks if I'm wearing a cap, like you're carrying something or not.
Did they search the locks?
Oh yes, many a time they pull you over for secondary interrogation, and that is where they get to know you and it becomes a plus. So it's also still how you carry yourself, like for me. So I've always believed that it's not whatever is happening for you.
Yeah.
It's how you actually turn it around. So many times those profiling, whether racial profile or just because you have locks, has always turned into an opportunity for me to meet the boss.
Yeah.
Or meet the guy.
I can't imagine somebody putting his hand into my hair. Did it?
Yes. Now, because
it's not be massage business.
People still they hide things, you see, because people would do all manner of stuff when they clad.
Yeah.
That's when you're covering your hair.
Yes.
They can clad stuff underneath it. We've seen videos where people hide illicit materials or substances to cross borders with. So I've actually gotten these profilings mostly when you're traveling and racial black. And it's unfortunate, that is the world we live in. That's the reality of it. Some people don't like black people at all.
Sometimes you feel it, right?
Oh yes, as a traveler. As a traveler, sometimes and sometimes also it's interesting to find out that the same color of persons are not, their mind is so different. Unlike for me, I'm somebody who is very open. I can just feel free anywhere I go. But I'm learning, and I've learned that it's not always like that. You can fall into big trouble by just being a nice person. Yes.
You said earlier that from the beginning you knew that you were alone.
Yes.
Are you comfortable with being by yourself, doing one thing without everybody following?
Yes.
It's comfortable to you?
Oh yes. But that has shown in many things now. In the way I strike, in the way I see. Like doing an OVO Arena Wembley, it can be said in my class of artists, I'm the one that is touching OVO right now. So that is some difference. I've done the Accra Sports Stadium 2 times. That is the difference. I went back to who did it like it's never done before. So it is in that spirit, and many more. And I say this to really understand for some of the followers and fans to know that the journey that they're on with us is a distinctive journey. It's an ordained purpose to be able to serve and leave your mark, especially just like all the other martyrs and legends and leaders have actually done. It's the same thing that I believe that every individual should have that mentality in every dispensation that you find yourself. You have to make sure that you are Ghana at heart. I really, it's really on top of my heart. Yeah.
I think 2026 has started quite well for you. When I say silent samurai, what does that mean to you? Silent samurai.
You know, you actually certified the name Torture.
Yes.
I was on your show one morning when I decided to come on and wear a red beret.
Exactly.
Then you said you're to the Torture, and I'm like, how did you even know that? And I had written Torture on my Snapchat randomly, casually, nothing they happened to that one. But you were able to find out, like as if I was there with you when I wrote it and something. So when you asked, I felt the opportunity to, and then now we have Torture 1 and we have Torture 2.
Yes.
Then now Silent Samurai. Okay. Let me just confess.
Yes. Go ahead, man.
For the beginning of 2026, I think 25 was the year of the torture. Yes, because it was also in the beginning thereabout. After you pray, after you put the whole year in consideration and try to put yourself aside and critique most of the move that you would have made, etc. As one who is highly connected to God, knowing that nothing can move without an overall theme. You have to know where you're going. Like, imagine I want to, like, from now I want to go to this part. Once you get that notion that, okay, this year we go this way, then you'll be able to align. And that direction only comes from divine. So many of us will pray for, end of year resolution and pray for guidance into the following year.
Yeah. And 2025 was good. You got your master's with that same year?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
International relations and diplomacy.
Crazy. Yes. One of the things that I'm happy about, and I thank God. So 26 is really the year of the silent samurai. So I don't know how I coined the silent samurai, to be very honest. It's just the two words that could complete the direction or the mode of the year for me, which will mean that more work and more silence.
So move in stealth mode.
Yes, because a samurai is one of the smooth operators. Like, they don't even announce their entry, but they are very skilled at whatever, like one of the very highly skilled military training, however it is. So when resolution landed that dawn, I think it's the first week of January. That was just how I just wrote Silent Samurai. Then I didn't know it was a song.
For me, it looks like some video game
theme.
When I watch it, it gives me that video game.
Thank you. But before then, it was just an expression of heart and the resolution that mankind has prayed for. And you know that lately, we all use social media. Sometimes when you share a thing or two, there's some relief that comes with it, as if you're putting it in the air or you're establishing it. So when I did now, my creative guy also, somebody that's very close to my mind. If I say so, I know what I mean. It's close to my mind. He interprets stuff that I've not spoken to him about. So during the year, we had African Cup. So we're all going back to Morocco. We went to Morocco like 4 times within January, amongst the shows, etc. Then somewhere around February, he just said, Charlie, it be like that Silent Samurai. It be songo. If I take do songo, I didn't refuse, but I'm like, no worry, yeah, because I didn't have a plan of calling any name, but I just knew that there was something I put out there. But for some reason, they around me also tapping into the same collective energy. So I was in the studio one time recording, and then a friend of mine, DJ Mac, he put out a rhythm in Jamaica. So I follow a few of his things. So one of the artists, Niger Boy, unfortunately, like, he's blind, but he's doing very well. So I follow him because it's amazing to know somebody's blind, but they're still pushing with the musical talent, and they have blown. So he did a version of the rhythm, and it touched me. Then I hit Mark up, like, yo, Mark, send me this beat. I want to do something on
Go
top
to work.
of it.
Let's go to work.
So by the time he came to the studio, he's always with me. He mostly always at home. So he passed by the house and said, "Champion, when I say samurai, no."
One time. Finish.
And already I was starting a verse already. So I just said, okay, I have a chorus. And I said, surround him, silent samurai. And then now kill him, samurai. So it's not like a literal killing, you know. It's just like fulfilling your purpose, like whatever it is. And to be very honest, to whom much is given, much is expected. And I say, there's an adage in Akan that would really do justice to what I want to say. Like, I say, a need was swan or Joshua atakra channel. A need be brain, I want to home, bibisa, you know, they will understand. Me, I be a big man.
Me, I know they even hear so we
they
go tell me.
It simply means that like there are a lot of eyes on who has the crown with the feather.
Yes.
So
yes.
I think that per that description, personally, I would have picked a lot of that eyes on the brand.
Yes.
You know, some say hey, some say ha, some say, but I know that it all comes together to propel the works. So in that attack mode, you know, I made Silent Samurai, and to be very honest, it has actually shaped the theme of the rhythm, where everybody else who went on it is giving attack mode vibes and all those ones, and it's one of the biggest on that rhythm. And so that's how Silent Samurai is the theme for the year and the mood for the year, but also became a big record that people are resonating to.
I'm just curious, have you played in Japan before?
I would love
because I know Japan is big on reggae.
Thank you. Yes, I've read to. Yes, a few of my friends have gone to Japan. We're actually working on a Japan tour. We've been trying to get it right from 2023. I can't wait to go to Japan. The reggae, they love reggae, and they have reggae acts too.
Yes.
And Far East rulers, they are my friends. They are a sound system. They always come to Jamaica to play.
Okay.
One time I watched them win clashes. They've won even the Jamaicans a few times. Yeah, to clash them on their own style.
That's wicked.
So,
who knows? Silent Samurai may open the way, man.
I believe it has. We just have to get there because the music always leads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another 365.
This will be the first birthday song I ever done because I felt that mood like, okay, these are in that mood, and that's coming from the torture too.
Yeah.
You know, I must be another 365 around the globe. You know, you have to sit back, be in a certain retrospective mood, and check it all and realize that God has actually done a lot, and there's a purpose of God on your life. That is how I just went into, I said, happy birthday to myself. Yes, I feel so proud of myself because when I take a look back at my journey, I give God all the glory. So yeah, man, I know a lot of people can resonate to that as well and use it for their birthday things because every day is a birthday for somebody. So I needed to drop that type of inspirational energy for them to, you know, use and leave off. Yeah.
It's an evergreen song. Yeah. 2026, another TGMA. And a few more nominations for Stonebwoy.
Yes, so
you get tired of being nominated?
No. It's just like you want to say you get tired of living. We all want to be alive.
100%.
Yes, we might get tired of working.
Yes.
But
we want to live.
We want to live.
We want to live, man.
So what it is that I'm somebody who is so really grateful, you know, about this life that I am living because I can never forget myself, which is the first thing. I can never forget my background, my story, and then that always informs me on my purpose. So to be here at this time, you know, after so many years, and one of the earliest moments to be recording with my cousin, you know, my big cousin at his house.
Kafui.
And that is why I would have met you for the first time.
Yeah, many years ago.
Many years ago. To this point where now music has made it onto the radio, music has made it onto the hearts of the people, the ears of the people, made it into the conversations, and has consistently remained, whereby many of us have come and gone already within that time span. I'm just so grateful for the strength and the energy to always continue to be creative. So VGMA is for me now at this point, is just an evidence. It's a proof of consistency and hard work for me at this point.
Yeah.
It's a proof of consistency and hard work because I've won the Reggae Dancehall Artist 9 times, 4 times and 5 times with 2 years in between. Then I've won the Artist of the Year, the Ultimate, 3 times, with 2 being formal and the other one, I believe that when time comes, fact is fact, whether hidden or in public. So we know. So I've won the Artist of the Year 3 times as a special kind of artist because typically, I say special because typically the Ghanaian sound or the Ghanaian typical style would be at least hip life. To say nothing at all would be high life, hip life, and rap and all the tree dominating, the whole. But I'm coming in with some airways, some dancehall, some dance, some everything, and patois and English and. I'm typical reggae raga artist, These are special moments that I have to. I always focus on the win. Win in terms of this is what we have done, this is what is happening. And when it comes to performance as well, I trust that we have been able to also deliver, to the VGMAs. So I would always say VGMAs is like the Grammys for us. Yes. I've said this in front of the panel, outside of Ghana, everywhere, because of my patriotic mentality. The thing is, if it is for Ghana, and the name is Ghana Music Awards, we have to do everything to protect it. Because in any human institution, the errors make it beautiful. Really.
That's what makes us human.
Really, exactly. So when maybe others would be slamming, and I've had my own fair share of issues, of course, along the way, but then the position of my heart is really to empower such an institution, coming from a place where the institution would have empowered me. Now I'm at a point where I think I have to empower the institution, and it's evident in the fact that from one of the last performers. I mean, not only that one, I actually also invest in the performance, invest in making sure that, apart from investing in looks, whatever, I make sure I gather some piece of monies and expand whatever it is for the looks of it. So then the benefit comes on to us as Ghanaians and Ghanaian artists. Because I was in Nigeria one time with my good friend, Mr. P of P Square. Big respect to him as a big brother of mine, super legend. We were watching their Nigerian, their headies.
Okay.
Bro, and that is how you realize that, respectfully, Ghana is like far ahead in terms of production and in terms of look, in terms of everything. So why would we not keep that energy and make it empower us back in the end, whilst we continue to fix the little things that will make us almost a perfect industry. Yeah.
Take us back to the first time you won Artist of the Year, man.
Wow, the whole Ashaiman was lit.
For real.
Every ghetto youth in the world was happy because this is a son from the soil. They've been witnesses to the struggle, that has been sung in the music, that has been lived in real life, that has also impacted and inspired them as well. So it's just like, to win the Artist of the Year, we are happy that this guy now gets to get the recognition that is needed for him to be able to produce the music that we all want to hear, even on a larger scale for all of us. So that attention was well deserved and was well needed.
Were you in the hall when they announced it?
Yes, I was in the hall.
Did you have a speech prepared in case you won?
Yes, I think the first one I was somewhere in around Ashaiman somewhere. I just believed that I could win, which is the fact because I was part of the nominees. So I wrote a certain speech, and I remember picking lines of like a flower that has grown or that broke through the concrete surface to grow. So I wrote some poem. And so I think when we can find the videos, I asked that if I could read
the poem.
Yes. And then after I read, I remember Nanama McBrown, a very good sister of mine, actually was like, wow, where did you get that poem from? I said, I wrote it by myself. He said, yes, that's powerful. So I remember very well Then God blessing it again. That same year, I won the BETs as well in
Best
LA.
International Act.
Then I won. I mean,
Did you get another point for that one too?
that one, I know if you write poems,
What happened?
that one, it was like, that one was like, because I remember I was in Nigeria shooting for a certain music video, and when the nominations came, my name was there. And for all those who don't know, I did not know how I ended up at the BETs. If anybody would be of the school of thought that we are aware and we submitted our music here and the music there, I think that would have been done, but I don't know where. And it's not anything within management, to be very honest.
Who was your team then?
Oh, my team would have always been the small boys way, me myself, the jack of them say, make it go.
Maybe so. The beginning is always rough.
The Jacobin team there,
rough and tough.
it is still Jacob till today, but now we've learned to put some level of structure to it. But nonetheless, I trust that there were persons who were pushing the African category of the BETs at that moment, who were Ghanaians and were very active in that key. So rest in peace. There's this woman that I've forgotten her name. Oh, God forgive me. She's a Ghanaian. You know, one mama, we call her mama. So she and Ava, one Miss Ava, who's not a Ghanaian, but she's black, but she has ties with Ghanaians. So that is my all I can fetch off of who could do what and what and what. So I think it is really, after winning the Ghana Music Awards, you see, the news goes far, profiling, whatever, you know, all these things happen. And of course, at the time, Stonebwoy was like the newcomer, sort of heat, hot, them this is upon me, it's one of the biggest songs still this morning. And so I'm sure that you know, these institutions would have their whereabouts. Just like VGMAs also, I believe they can go into the catalogs and and then reach out. So that was what happened. They went into, did what they had to do, and then they reached out by mail. So I got to see the nomination by mail, you know, even the announcement, by mail, and then the announcement, somewhat.
How does your life change after winning your first major award?
I think my life would have been better anyway, off of the fact that winning a BETs at the time as reggae dancehall artist or Afro dancehall artist is really what Burna Boy is today. You see what I'm saying? So, per the Ghanaian perspective, I don't leave all the work to the Ghanaian listeners. So no, we could have ridden, or we should have rode on past tense.
Both they move, man. Ridden and rode.
We could have ridden on that capacity, especially as the artists and their teams, first and foremost. But what was lacking? Investment, connections. Yes, these were the things that were lacking. And then when you lack these things, you can hardly expand. Structure within the artist teams, whereby sometimes you have a business manager, or you have international PR teams that you are servicing, so that news and everything with the touring agents and all those ones, we hardly had any. So when that height came, to be very honest, we could have actually used, that is from the artist, but then now from the listeners and Ghanaian perspective, I remember vividly that it became there was a setting that I won't go into detail. There was a certain media attack, you know, to it.
On you?
To the winning.
Okay. You know if you say you for winning or what? That be what some few people they think.
Thank you for how you busy. And that was actually orchestrated by certain counterparts as well. Of course, it's a game. What did I say? It's a game. It's not a game. It's a game to them. But in this whole game, like somebody would say, or in this whole industry, you find out that people actually want to, everybody is struggling. So however they want to do, there was. So I'm just pointing to the facts. There was also that attack PR, so that they would actually. So that also took away a lot of prominence from what we could have milked out of it. Whereby, I think that in a society where we love to celebrate excellence, we would have capitalized on that and brought some energy here and there. And
because it'd be a big deal. I mean, be it international.
Very.
It's
and
big
it's
deal.
just like, may I chip it in? Like Molly just won an iHeart Award for a global something, and it reminded me of my moment and other moments that other artists too can recollect. This is an iHeart. I believe that if she was Nigerian, they would have, is a jackpot. Let us use this as a key PR.
Right on it.
And all the other deficiencies that I mentioned earlier, coming from the artist's perspective and then the listener perspective, will come together. And that is another global icon from amongst them. So we have always truly underutilized this great moment for us as a nation. But what can you do? In every household, they have their own problems, and I think this is our type of problem. Because if it has from 2015 to 2026,
it's 11 years, man.
After 11 years, we still have this type of hurdle to cross. Then you realize that it's not easy.
It's not.
So as far as I'm concerned, when I won the BET, they've opened a lot of doors, yes. But every time I speak, I say this. I will not lie to myself and say we had milked it to the highest, or we had actually now engineered it, even artificially, so much so that the natural occurrence was actually amplified.
Push it.
Yes. We couldn't do much.
Naturally.
But it is still a yardstick that is still showing in every thing that I've done till today, because of course you are introduced as such amongst the Grammy contributions and working with on albums that would have been nominated for Grammy Reggae and all of that. So these are still moments that carry weight when the brand Stonebwoy is. That is why I do not disrespect any of these schemes or any of these awards institutions, because I believe that they tend to want to add that value to what we do, but only if we're able to connect together and try to minimize the human errors and all those ones, and the favoritism and the nepotism and
all the isms.
And
schisms.
Yeah.
Charlie, what's it like working with superstar Angelique Kidjo?
Wow. The Angelique story is a beautiful one. Working with Mama is like a dream come true. Yeah, because of course Mama is huge. Hey, from songs that have that shape our childhoods and all those ones. So it was a dream that I wanted to attain. Now, that being on the side, once upon a time, Miss Denta actually had brought her over for a Goober Awards in Ghana. And I think knowing that I want such a collab, or not just me, but we all saw that Angelique was coming. So I think I reached out to her and said, Mama, if you're bringing Mama there, I would just love to, sincerely, I'd just love to meet up and create that rapport.
Yeah.
So I was sleeping one morning, early in the morning, like 9. They were about to leave. She called me and said, bro, where are you? Oh, they're here. There are few moments to spare at Moving Pick. Immediately I jumped in a car, ripped.
Where were you coming from?
From home.
Yes.
I just jumped out of bed, so I just find something where,
Straight up.
how we work at night. So straight up I met and I greeted. I had a friend, a Nigerian actor, Styles Obig, who I met in Nigeria. So the energy was just right. I knew this, I knew that. So we were just chatting. And then she would say, I like your style. I would say, wow. I say, hey.
She did listen to your music?
Of course, like she would have come across it once in a while. I do not want to say that she plugs my me. No. I don't even need that.
Just a passing through in the
Just a
vibes.
passing through alone self is enough that she has confessed to.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm humble, but the impact is huge. So you can't tell. So she started and she said, "Am I what's my name? Where I'm from? You know, she's a farmer. She will ask some basic stuff like where you from, you. What do you to root you." So I said, "I'm from Ghana, from the Volta region. You know, the route straight to Togo, Benin, Nigeria, all that." So we started speaking all that, and then she speaks the Fong, Benin, all those Yoruba, and also she spoke away to me immediately. Said, "I said, hey, so we spoke back, and that is how the connection was like. Wow, was grand." Then we exchanged contacts and everything. So I've had this song sitting there for like 3 years.
Oh, you wrote the song before you even met her?
Manoji has been 3 years before I met her.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
So the song was just waiting for the moment. Did you know that you were going to collaborate with her on that song?
No.
You just wrote the song?
No. Even Legbagbe was done before Manoji was done. My Legbagbe was done before Manoji. So it was actually on that one for the Fifth Dimension that fans were like, wow, if Angelique was on this song, it would be crazy. They didn't know that I've had something earlier.
Cooking.
So then I just felt like, no, that was the right song. You see, in your catalog, you can breeze through and realize that that was the one. So I said, Mommy, I have a tune too. She gave me the husband's number.
Yes.
Husband is the manager.
Yes,
so we connected. Out of the way we met, everything was even smooth, nice. I sent, okay, so the beautiful thing is, sent the song, I think after 2 weeks. She said she loved the music. But the thing is, the song didn't have that trumpet at the time when she recorded.
Those big judgment horns.
Yes,
where you from?
We added it. It was a guitar string that was like beautiful. That was the one that was the lead at the time. So she even caught on to that one. She did the thing and then she sent it back. You know, I record myself anyway.
She sang the song. So her verse, you wrote it already?
No. She wrote her
that verse. Okay.
So, I mean, I record myself 80% at the time, you know. So I sat back. If I don't sit down, I don't do. I sat back, I fix whatever I had to fix on the song already. So I did the arrangement, opened some stuff. She did hers and brought it back. So now I had to finally arrange the song. I definitely arrange my songs. That's for the arrangement. No matter who, they make sure they honor Nadia because I the year with the year. So I arranged the thing. Then I took off the raga verse. I'm on a journey. Forward I go, never returning now. The wilderness don't scare me. Straight to the point I am aiming now. Now go let no evil forces draw me out. Move like a straight line, no go roundabout. Stand confident, tall and stout. Man, a military general. Them a boy scout. Me tell them, man, Ojilo. So I took that raga part out of it to make space. And I sent it back to her. But we're dealing with it. A few days, she said, where is that part that was in there for the demo?
The raga.
I'm like,
Mama is conscious.
Raga muffin.
Don't be smart.
Immediately I say, hey, so I called him. I think I was away somewhere. I say, Charlie, okay, no problem. Immediately I got home. I knew how to rearrange this now.
Yeah.
So then I had to chop in and connect and make a bridge like, man born as a winner, so we never lose. Then I bring her ad-libs that she did in the front.
Yes.
Man Ojilo, I brought that to make a 4-bar hook.
Yes.
Instead of leaving it as an ad-lib.
Thank you.
I brought that to make a bridge that would transition into I'm on a journey.
Yes.
So I knew only me go come arrange this.
That's
thing.
what that
so
one.
When I came back home, I fixed that remember. I sent it to her beautiful. That she was playing, sent videos and all of that. Wow.
But the horns, where the horns from?
Dami and Gazi be that now. Master Gazi, one amazing brother.
Those horns be wicked, man.
He's always playing the wickedest horns. You should hear what me and Enam has done.
Hey,
we're dropping an EP, believe me. We're 4 tracks in already. I'm letting out cats onto the back. So Gazi would always pull up because he did Manoji, he did Legbagbe. You know, he has a touch that he always does those sound because it's like he's steady me, you know, so this BTV, this my own. So I know even they there. I say, yo, he knew where to bring it in, where to bring it out. I did the arrangement finally, and then we had to chase Mama in France once upon a time in January 11, right after my things in Ghana. the opportunity came, I had to meet her up in France and shoot this music video. Yet again, I summoned the squad, the Ghana boys. So flew the director, flew everybody. Let's go and shoot this video because I knew they could. Our brothers and creatives here, they are champions. So it will be investment and money to push the thing, maybe the matter. Fast, we got to France, Paris. God bless. We shot the whole stuff. You know, got some models out there. And anytime I chance upon that video on YouTube, I'm proud of myself. I'm like, yeah, this can never be wiped out of the system. Even if I become an old man, I'll sit down and watch and, you know, be proud of myself.
And the message is powerful. Man, I go day top.
Until whenever, and that is how it goes.
So.
Help
no day for me. Savior no day for me. Who I go? Charlie. Yeah. And now it's International Collaboration of the Year, Man with Angelique Kidjo for this year's TGMAs. Can you imagine? From the time you chase them up?
Yes. That was 25. No?
Yes.
Yeah, that was 25. Yeah. And he won. And that 25 won me. Is it 24?
It's crazy.
That won me the Artist of the Year as well. The third time.
Powerful.
So I'm grateful.
Yes.
And I think there comes a point where you have to not doubt God again. Though fear is normal, because without that you cannot want to. I'm at a point in life right now where, Chairman, I tell you honestly, I don't know what God wants to do with me any longer, but He understands how much I believe in Him. I believe in God so much that it's dangerous.
For real.
Dangerous belief. That is how I know me and my God day. No human being they cross that one.
At all.
It's as if terana mai.
Come on, make a
go meet something.
direct
and
revelation.
He always answers.
It
Guys,
be so.
It happens like magic. So all I can say is that let us really, really, really believe in God, because, you know, He is the maker, the author and finisher of our faiths. Yes, we would not be here if not, of course. Nobody knew they were going to be born.
No.
So for that one alone, you should understand that there was a certain orchestration
before you land. It be
yes,
so. Charlie,
man.
make you pull them back all the way to the early days, before we even knew there was somebody called Stonebwoy. Your early. What be one of your earliest memories in life?
In life, when I was in primary school, I wrote a play and I'm connected it to what I am today as an entertainer. The pictures are there too. So I was like, God bless, I was a sharp student. So I say that to say that it opened way for me to express myself. Because I told the headmaster we wanted to do a rap group. There you go. By the time we realized we were in a rap group already.
What was the group called?
That name there, I've forgotten the name. But it was, I remember my mates, because the two of them are now teachers in America. Hey, one Bishaka, he be teacher for Yankee University, and the other one too, they all live. But that was my group.
Yeah.
You know, so we did that. That's one of the memories.
You did covers?
No, we wrote our
songs. You wrote your own songs?
The guy that was my producer at the time, who is another classmate, he can't sing, but he made sure that we were good. In class 4. Wow. So his brother was also like, you know, into the rap thing. So he would steal his brother's lyrics and bring to me. And his brother's lyrics were in Patois.
Okay.
That's the early time. So that's how long I've been introduced to. Because I love the sound and the cadence and how it moved. So we go learn them small, some rap things are small. His brother is called Odisha. I know when they see this, they're going to appreciate it. I remember every name. We lived in the same neighborhood. And he is called like Michael Agbote Bazooka. That's my guy. So he made sure we were good. He facilitated that. We rapped, and it was a nice, we were preparing for the speech and prize giving day for my school.
Yes.
Junior school complex, formerly Ashaiman, one of those schools. I don't know whether it was a that about school, whether it was a whatever it is.
It was your school.
It was my school. I love my school. So that's some of the earliest memories, you know, apart from the memories from church, where we would be singing as a children choir, those kind of children things in deeper life.
Can you remember some of the songs?
Hey, we used to go to Dome Broadcasting as children.
I want to hear one of those songs, man. Deeper life songs.
Maybe the regular one.
Yeah.
Praising the Lord always, praising the Lord always, praising the Lord with all my heart, praising the Lord with all my heart always.
Okay.
Hallelujah, my Lord is good. Ah, deeper life.
That was Mama's church?
Oh, what's that again?
That was Mama's church?
Both.
And Daddy too?
Yeah, my dad was, a key player in the church.
Okay.
Really, really.
All right.
So when we went for church retreats, my dad would be the head security guard in Pram Pram. So imagine your dad, the king, other people. My dad was a disciplinary.
Then you there,
He whoop other people. So the decision you won't take, and this is real life.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to skip and go to town because we were like in a retreat in a setting, in a bush. You feel they won't pass the bush one side, be there, and you see your father, they lash somebody for one side. Hardcore. You go change your mind.
Completely, man.
Say, hey, I for 5 different skills.
But they lash you those times?
Yeesh.
What were you
My
up to,
brother
man?
could
Those
tell you,
times, those small times, those times. What were
Me, I
you?
was hot-head. I'm still hot-head, but I've channeled it.
Show me if you know me.
Fika, why are you not a
Wire.
Oh,
Hey.
oh, oh, fufu tochi lemai.
Pestle.
Kaish, a call lemala.
Blows.
Oh, not my brother did there. You know what I say?
Hey.
My father, you did crazy.
This be wild though.
Oh, forgot about a tournament.
They beat you like tournament. Wow.
Oh, ebe agblan. Oh, Jehovah, vai here man, ebe agblan.
They don't go make you spoil.
Oh, straight guy like gbagba.
They go straight to you up. Wow.
Oh, straight guy like gbagba. Never achieve over ya ga glon ha, mate go glon.
You no go fit bench.
No Jehovah na glon ha.
You lie.
Oh, glon destiny, I know. But
Why do you think the our fathers always want to beat the nonsense out of you?
but it's in the Bible now. My father opened the Bible. We read in Ephesians, wherever it is. I'm sorry. The rod will take away the foolishness from the brain of the Charlie. Imagine as you did, they read before they enter.
So that be the foundation.
Yes. And I've loved my dad for some of these things. Grown up now and checking, it's like the kind of heart you have to have your child sitting here right there, and I'm about to go into beast mode with this guy. But before I do, I'm about to read him the reasons why I have to go into beast mode. And within that pocket of timing, there was no iota of pity. Like, at least, look at how the guy is looking, knowing.
Mobile.
And so for a father to be able to stand, and I know it's there, it's there.
Yes.
But growing up now, I realize that it's not that they didn't have that.
Yeah.
The pity is there, but if they watch that pity right now, they're also juxtaposing it with have a picture.
Yeah.
They
don't want to make you
the
shut up.
fact that you end up in prison somewhere in a bad situation. They have. I think that picture is here.
Yes.
Then this is how they're able to go through
The beast mode.
Some of the things were like this. Like, oh yeah.
That be, for how long? For how long?
Papa, you did there. You said like this. You did mad like this. Tip will be that.
Hey, the old man.
You did there.
You dare not.
You did there.
And you know they resist.
I say my brother did the answer. Hey, my father, abide. If the area disciplinary area, if your pikin wants you say he mad.
You go tell them up to your father.
Oh, fast. You go see some woman go come my house. Eche papa, mi ba no ohami o. Me pese o si sa. Mensuro at go follow you go your pikin there.
Your father be the enforcer.
Oh yes. And that's how we know my father to be,
Has he mellowed with age?
I think he has. He's gonna be 79 in May.
Okay.
Shares the same birthday with Otumfuo of it, so I always remember.
May 6, yeah.
He's gonna be. But I think he's mellowed because nature would mellow you.
Yes.
But as for the energy and that it has not.
It's today.
Yeah.
Man, what was some of the highlights of living in Ashaiman and growing up in Ashaiman, man?
Tough. Strong. You would be a disappointment if you left Ashaiman to any place and you couldn't be an Ashaiman over there. You must as well remain where you have gone. You have to be that guy who cannot be beaten or be bullied, be pushed over. You have to be that guy who is hardworking. You have to be that guy who is loyal, who is self-dependent. You have to be that guy that can go through at least a certain threshold of wahala and still find your composure. And that I'll never trade for any other place growing up anywhere. Because we used to walk from Lebanon to school, down, at an early age, which is like something that I believe is tough. Because seeing how it is now, that is tough. Because from Lebanon to government school every day and day out, you realize that it grows you. I mean, I would not trade it for anything. So going out from Ashaiman, and then imagine a teenager, chairman, I don't know if you say everything on TV now.
It'd be a rough time, eh?
Chairman, I don't know if you say everything. If you say everything. Boys, Ashaiman just grew up to be men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You become a man quickly.
That's all. If you cannot be a man born in Ashaiman, then maybe you are born to be a woman. Or you are soft. It's not your fault.
What is something surprising that would surprise people about Ashaiman? Because Ashaiman has a really tough gangster, mean rep. But what would surprise me about Ashaiman or anybody else?
Yeah, and I think it's up to the time people knew already. Any tough gangster rep persona is one of the sweetest guys. If indeed it is true gangster hard, we have some that is like anyhow, not anyhow trying to, because I can tell you how soft-hearted I am.
What makes you cry?
I'm very empathetic. Okay. Yes, if the English is right.
It is.
I have empathy for nothing. I could see somebody on the road somewhere. I could just meet any situation and empathy is there. Fortunately or unfortunately for me, I can relate to, if there are like 10 boxes to tick, I can relate to almost 9 of any sort of empathetic situation that I would chance my eye upon, either by living it as an experience or seeing it whilst growing up enough from Ashaiman. So to bring that perspective into what will surprise people about Ashaiman is that we are loving people. We protect each other. You understand? We some of the most loyal people would come from that end, as far as I'm concerned, which is what I picked from the society. So with a few persons that I interacted on a daily, however, they can see those traits, and mostly some would wonder if I am really from Ashaiman because of the so and so. And I think that has been changed from at least 10 years or more when we started to do the initiative. We decided to do the Ashaiman to the world. It was an intentional move for me to, you see, when everybody say Ashaiman to it becomes cool. Because growing up, we all knew the fact that you couldn't even get some opportunities coming from Ashaiman. Some of our big brothers and sisters would have to lie that they're coming from Tema, Community 13. So that now if you have to go and see their houses, then you enter Ashaiman, here it's Community 13. When they were looking for job opportunities.
They're not going to talk about Ashaiman.
You can't say you come from Ashaiman. Even going to high school, you say you're from Tema. But what community? So you say Community 13. And then when the Gulf cities also started springing up proper, people would say Gulf City Tema, Gulf City. As for the Ashaiman proper there. So that has been a stigma that has been on it. But I trust that with the amplification through entertainment and social initiatives, we have been able to make it very cool. And I'm a living proof of that as part of that initiative, doing Ashaiman to the world. People coming from all walks, coming in, even resounding it. So many people are so proud, even in the diaspora. Many a times when you do your shows and you interact on social media, you see persons say, hey, Ashaiman boy, we will be Ashaiman. And then when I met one of the directors at the GRA one time,
Ghana Revenue Authority.
He said, when him say me for Ashaiman, I'm saying, you see, so it made me so proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now people are proud to say they come
yes,
from there.
Yes.
What hasn't changed from the Ashaiman that you grew up with?
The hustle and bustle, the energy, yeah, that has not changed. But the stuff that have changed is like, technology has brought with the crime rates are very low, very, very low now, because the dependency on having to do hardcore to gain something is no more. Many people are getting more and more educated. I think there's a lot of job opportunities. The banks are, you see, in any unstable society, I don't think banks would be there. And Ashaiman, people may not know, if they check, it has a hub that has all the banks making business, one of the most lucrative business hubs that you can find in the city, in Ghana basically, and or in Accra, because of the population and all those. So these are some of the great things that are there. People are, and Ashaiman is a combination of wealthy, poor, middle class, middle low, all the classes.
Almost every ethnic group is there, right?
Ethnic group is
what kind of languages would there? If I walk through, what's the busiest part of Ashaiman where I would hear all the languages?
In the market square, market area, from the Tulaku side going down to the Sikafo and Bantam official town, or going back down. Now it's even more populated inside Zenu, Atadeka, Washington, New York, all the back there.
New York?
Yeah.
And Washington?
Yeah.
And Atadeka?
Yeah.
Atadeka be one tie?
Yes, Apollonia or the
Gulf City, Lebanon.
Gulf City, Lebanon.
The names, man.
Yeah, Lebanon, they say that's where I really, really grew up.
Yeah.
Where the name came about of one of our grandfathers who had been to war. He's a veteran. So he had a base, a Lebanon base. He used to sell alcohol and a few, those, small stuff. So I think when the namings were coming in properly, they couldn't do but just say Lebanon Zone 1, Zone 2.
Go
so
with
they
it.
named the Lebanon base. So I'm proud to be coming from, where, from Ashaiman.
Yeah.
Nowhere. I can't trade it. Therefore, I won't even trade it for anywhere else.
That's it. What was family like for you growing up in the family?
I believe I grew up in a perfect family. Just to say, where perfect would be that I see my mother, I see my father, my siblings are plenty. We are our own friends. Like, it was 9 of us, and then 2 passed. So we became 7 living in a household like that. It was enough to show us a lot of things, bonding, how to deal with people. And my home in Ashaiman was literally for everybody, because I had friends and other people that would just come around. And by the time we realized, they had slept over the house.
People did that.
People did. So that's the kind of home I grew up from in Ashaiman. That's how I term it as such, because he gave you, my mother was a trader.
What did she sell?
Petty trader, whether one, she just sold sacks of rice, maize, every cereals. She had some little store, all those achomo, float. She used to make all these ones. She was a seamstress by profession, but she could actually do all these hand, stuff. So we were selling both floats, kerosene, all those things.
You should sell all those things?
Oh yes, we sell water from the house. So in my house, the most popular thing is that when water shortage came in the area, you had people coming all the way from Zone 5 to my house to come and fetch water.
You guys had water flowing?
Yes.
Okay.
So my dad was a clerk, clearing agent at a point in Tema. So we were just a humble family, And at a point, our house was a cinema again, because we were the only ones that could have electricity, because my dad had some big plant. He went to buy industrial plant for some small house. So
big dreams now.
Yes. So at night when we started the plant, we hear the noise everywhere. So the guys came to the house. We used to put a TV in the compound. It's like a movie cinema. That's the kind of house I grew up from. So that's how I've always been, very open to people, very loving, and knowing that the family is not only the one at home. The family is how you actually incorporate everybody else.
Yeah.
Be humble, be respectful, because you don't know who's your true brother. might be coming from outside. Even mad people came to eat at my house.
Very welcoming.
Very.
What were your plans? What did you want to be as a small boy? What were some of the dreams that you had?
The real dream there was a flight platoon somewhere, because I would dream and I'll be jumping off of helicopters with my sports teacher at the time.
You wanted to go to the military?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right from class 3 to 1, I joined the taekwondo. There was a teacher who I loved I loved it. I loved that idea so much that I was just into it.
Okay. So you learned some moves? What belt did you get up to before you stopped?
No, I actually got an accident along the way, so that was it. Not a black belt, but then we were skilled enough. When they started to train us, the whole school roped in. Now when they started beat us, no, you realize that,
Did they beat you for the competition inside or what?
Yeah, but it's a
fight, the contest.
And your teacher is Ashaiman trainer. You have to be told. They beat. By the time we realized it was only 10 of us left.
How many did you start with? How many were you before?
Like 70, 60. Like there were plenty when we started.
10 pair left.
Yes.
You did a 10 inside?
Absolutely, I was number 3. And the youngest also.
Yeah.
So I knew that I had the heart, I had I have the tree. As far as I'm concerned, I have the heart. I have my father's heart, hardcore. So I love the soldier stuff. So I knew I was going to go through uni, and then when I'm done with senior high school, uni, then, I would have joined the army. It was like as easy as that, but that was not God's plan for me, But I have a lot of my cousins.
In the army,
There's
right?
one of them, Lieutenant Colonel. I don't know if it's Major. The title
Okay.
they confused me.
Yeah,
Major
yeah.
Satekla.
Yes, I've met him before. Tall guy.
Very tall.
Yeah.
So at least you can tell it's in
Yeah,
the blood.
it's in the blood.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes, in your quiet moments, reflect on that accident?
Yes. I do, and the only thing I can make of it is God's plan.
Were you riding? What were the circumstances?
It was on the motorway. We were driving back from Accra with my dad and my sister.
Who was driving? Your dad?
My dad, yes.
Okay.
So we pulled over briefly, right opposite the Action Chapel on those times with the old toll.
So you're coming from Tema to Accra?
Well, from Accra,
Accra to Tema. Okay.
And then the car from Tema to Accra actually somersaulted and hit ours.
Whoa.
And it was a police car. So that was.
What do you remember the vehicle coming towards you?
Yes, I do.
You saw that?
I do. It was last things I could just say, hey. I remember saying that, and then.
You passed out?
Yeah.
When you woke up, where were you?
I was in Kolebu.
Whoa! And where was your dad? Where was your sister?
Yeah, I didn't see none of them because everybody was with. But my dad also had some injury, but minor. My sister had some head fractures and but they are good now. Yeah. But I also had some. That's how my knee got messed up.
Yeah.
My whole knee broke somewhat. The bones were, but it was all inside regardless. So that was the beginning of my life really, because I was 13 years.
That was young, man. How long were you in Kolebu?
Kolebu, like almost, give and take, straight 4 months.
No way. What time of the year did this accident happen?
January the 19th.
So you were in school?
Yes. So I was about to write the BEC in April.
Yes.
We were the first batch to have written in April. Maybe the second batch to have written in April. So something like, maybe third, something like that. Then it happened. So I tried to write in the
hospital.
In the hospital, my mom did all she could, but then we couldn't get to write. So I came back home and joined the squad
behind
me, and I had to read from home.
Because you couldn't move around.
Not safely at all, and of course I couldn't enroll.
Yes.
So I had to read around, collect some of my genius notes, and eventually I was the top 2.
You did well.
Of the batch.
What was that time like in Kolebu, the 4 months? How were you spending the time?
It was a lot of, and that's how I attribute it to God's making, because I was the youngest at the time and I was the ward prefect. You know.
What prefect?
Because when I went there like last month, and then one lady who was young as a nurse, and I think she's like a matron at there, she remembered my name and everything and said, yes, you used to sell our pillows for us. Because, you know, they needed to elevate their legs and all of those. And he called me by my name, Livingston. Of course, I'm a regular visitor to Kolebu Accident Center ward if I find time, you know, and I do the little that I can. Yeah. So my journey over there, like a teenager, and I had actually won visa lottery. I don't know how I won that visa lottery because my dad did it for all of us, and I was the one who won the visa lottery.
No way.
So I remember today that one visa agent was processing. So they were actually wanted me to move my age to 18.
When you were 13?
Yes. So they were trying to have me trained to be like a photographer, something. So that was the meeting we went in Accra. You know, plus visiting an uncle and then returning back home.
Whoa.
On the accident. So I remember when I was in a hospital, I'd had to continue filling out some forms. I think that the man was still processing. I think if it's possible, I don't know, maybe they sold the opportunity to somebody else. So Alaji, those who know Alaji, Alaji, there's one Alaji in there's a school at Circle, there's a school, there's a senior high school.
Odogono? No, not Odogono. At Circle. I know the school you're talking about. There's a
senior high school just right before Circle. It's a right like this.
Yes.
And the school is here. Kokomlemle. Then Kokomlemle.
You go come.
Alaji, he used to love me. I remember one thing he told my dad when I signed my signature to actually, you know, get on with it. The Alaji called my dad aside and my big sister at the time. I didn't know what it was for. So they came out and then my big sister told me that Alaji told my dad to take care of me because I was going to be a big person. Judging from my signature alone. So that's just how the visa lottery situation.
Wow.
So I think whoever is living on that is their luck.
Yes.
Yeah, and I wish we meet one day. You know.
What was it like after you've left the hospital? Now you are working with people who are you're in class with people who are 1 year behind you. Did you feel some way?
I didn't go to class.
Oh, so you were working from home. You were from home.
Reading from home. My friend George would come back from, he lived like 3 streets, 3 streets ahead. So I'll read his notes, and that was all I did, and wrote the BEC, and I came out top 2. I think I got 9. Yeah. So I managed without going to school for a whole year.
And then you continued to
SS as well.
Okay.
So, you know, during the SS time, I mean, I could have stayed, but my leg was not healed like that. But I told my mom I couldn't, and my dad, like, I needed to, because it's a waste of time. I needed something to while away. So now all my choices of school were gone. I chose Prempeh College somewhere. I chose another one, and then I chose Laboni Secondary School, just to have one in Accra.
Yes.
So we actually went to Laboni Secondary School, and I had the admission, but now I couldn't stay boarding because of my condition.
Yes.
So I needed to be close, and that was I was quite sad because, you know, as teenagers we're envisioning the boarding house situation, and that would form a very large part of your youth, your teenage, and all of those. So I took it. So it was right from those moments that I was becoming tough. Life just changed for a young guy like me. Irrespective, I remember I'm my dad's first son, so he grew me tough. At the age of 8, 9, we wash cars, we do things. So that energy was there, irrespective. So I think it toughened me a little bit through the accident times and all of those. And then coming out of that, people now seeing you different. Even you now, you see yourself as a different person, a very active young child. Now you are, and I know a lot of people are in such situations today, and people are meeting, you know, and I can feel how some of those things can actually kill you. Because to accept yourself as who you have become. Imagine persons who would have gone through amputation. You know, anybody just can fall sick, ill somewhere, somehow, and then that's who they have become, and they have to accept. But for me, a young guy, I couldn't run no more. And I don't think I've been able to run.
Since then. I used to play football. I'm so sporty, so active. So you now have to accept that. You'll be ridiculed, you'll be called names. How does that feel when people throw pity and insult your way?
I would attribute it all to my mom. she actually was able to speak some mental tenacity into me.
What'd she say?
I was like, this was not how you were when I gave birth to you, so you should be strong. And then there is nobody who can skip deformity so long as they are alive. These are the words I remember. Like, you were not given birth to this way, therefore you shouldn't let it get to you. And all those that will be doing or saying such to you or making you feel a certain way, they are not done yet. They could fall into a deadlier situation tomorrow.
Yeah.
So these were the words that kept me going, and I faced my front with it. To a certain point in my school, everybody wanted to walk like me, to feel cool, because I had accepted myself the way it was, the way I walked, dragging my right feet all along. Until I won the BETs, I was dragging my right feet because the surgery was not whatever. And said they would know, because some of the doctors are like, oof, they're still fixing stuff from that time.
Still.
Exactly. So
could you have lost your leg?
Yes. There was I could. So me, I thank God entirely, because the things that had happened to me and how I still have my full leg is amazing, because I faced dealing with some infections, sometimes some water, so all these things. And then also, you know that in our health systems, and there's a lot to be spoken about, to be honest, in our health systems, you see how negligence does do a lot. And sometimes you find out that even there are egos within those, and it causes some of problems too. You know, I would believe that if I was in a better system, I would be good to go from time.
Yeah.
Because the kind of accident that it was could have been salvaged. Not because even after 13 years, I was able to go and do my knee, fixing artificial knee implant in my right leg.
So you are bionic. So when you go through customs, does it show? When you go through, it's metal.
Yeah.
So when you go through the airport,
it beeps.
It beeps. What's the sound like?
It just beeps. You know yeah. So me right now, I made them know, say, if I come, allow me.
Full disclosure.
Because I had the notes to show, all
Yes.
those ones.
You have to show, yeah, of course.
After 2 airports, the thing lost. Because man, they travel.
Yeah, you go lose the document.
So I say, Charlie. So sometimes when I go there, people they want, I just roll my trouser.
See ya. End of story, you're gone.
End of story. I just been, can I touch something? I say, no, you can't touch me. Why this fine? If you stubborn, you can't touch. I say, you can't touch. I say, sorry. Then they go, But of course.
You still feel pain? No more pain. How long did it go before you stopped feeling pain?
I think after it was, I've been through pain. It was really in Germany in winter. Yeah, somewhere January. I did a surgery February 3rd, and I left Germany somewhere in March, end of March.
When?
2016.
Okay.
Yeah, shout outs to my doctors.
It was 10 years ago.
Yeah, so at the University Hospital of Hamburg.
Okay. Do you still have do you have PTSD? Do you sometimes dream about this accident?
Oh yes. I think it's a while now, but it was I used to for a very long time before. When sometimes you can you some of those times you would dream and you are doing all the things you do and you wake up and you can't.
What does that feel like, man?
Bro, it's heartbreaking.
You cry sometimes?
But you see me, as tough as I do, I hardly cry. In as much as I'm empathetic, I feel like when I cry, I have to react. So instead of to cry and be here, what is the problem that's going to make you cry? Let's fight the problem.
But when Mama died, did you cry?
Absolutely. But that was the moment I knew I cried the most in my life.
Yeah.
Yes, but I had to also keep that one. That one is depressing. Like it's a natural something happens to you that you can't control, and you just pray to God to go through that period. And so when people say they are depressed and they're going through stuff, let's not take it for a joke. When my mom passed, because my mom was my everything. As far as shout out to my dad, but we all know we're not going to deep into that aspect of it too much. My mom was my rock. you know, my mom and I were connected intuitionally, everything, you feel me? So even when she passed, I think she had waited for me to get on. So immediately I landed in college, in 37 at the time, I was the first one that they brought the body to. When I was rushing, I left my bag at the airport. I was rushing to the...
You got the word that she was sick?
Yes, but then they told me she was getting better. I still can't get over that till this moment. Because I was in New York, I'd only just won the BETs. And I spoke to her, she was at a village for a funeral, all those, funerals.
Yeah.
So she was there for a longer period because Mama Gan, she has to make sure she took care of the guys over there. And me too, I've always been a kubolo, you know, always roaming around, chasing my destiny.
Maybe so, man.
Yes, now. So after the BETs, my sister, we realized that she was not feeling well a little bit, so I would get the information. I would speak to her once or twice. And so, then it became a little bit critical. Then they said they took her, she collapsed at home one time. Then I knew shit is getting crazy. Excuse my English.
No, voilà.
Another time she collapsed again. And they took her to the hospital. Then, my sisters were not even giving me updates. Is it till today? Sometimes they don't give me updates, because they knew, and that just got to be honest about it. One of the last times I was speaking to my sister, she's an American now, she was very close at that time. She has not finished giving me because I had to cut the conversation. He's still bringing me, you know what I'm saying? Because there was a moment she was supposed to have called me. And she said, and she thought I was busy. So I can't still get over that, call me. And this was when she was telling me this last month. After how many years?
The pain is real,
I'm
man.
like, yo. So I came back, rushed to the hospital. And it was that moment I was walking around the block. I was seeing some people resuscitating somebody. Walking around the block to get into the entrance. And that was my mom.
That was Mama.
So immediately I got in there, then they just pulled her to me. So I was the first one to see her laid there. I couldn't believe. I had all hopes that she would wake up the next morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I opened her eyes like that to nothing. And I touched her feet like that. And she looked even beautiful. Because when she was sick and how she was looking right after, she was looking fresh, so it's like, just get up, let's go.
Yeah.
If she was looking any way else, I could believe it's okay. When you die, you have become something. But she's looking more beautiful, like ready to go home.
Nijola.
So I think I've not recovered over that. And then there were works to do as well. So within that period, I had to do a certain event in Mauritius. And that is where the crying was. On the plane, they brought me food, and they put the food for my dad, away. Me and the people for the crying competition.
Charlie.
At the give, they give. At the give, I say, this for you, your mother die. But as you see, they say misery lies company.
Company, man.
Charlie, they cry, mama. And the thing is, what even sparked the whole crying was that, you see, my mom and I always fought about only one thing.
What be that?
Food.
No.
And this is weird, but that's how everybody knows. We fought about one thing. Food.
Why?
Don't call me to come and eat.
You say she for no call you?
That's our fight.
Why?
I could be in town somewhere, hustling somewhere, it's urgent to pick, where did he? Say, so...
It's a sign of love, man.
Yes,
African women
course,
do
and
that,
I don't know how... That was the only thing.
It's a sign of love.
We were two lovers, but that was the only thing we fought about. Like, bro, and because we had gone through it, I have gone through it as a young boy, bro. Till today, and anybody they follow me, them know. Me and you go feel go. If you don't find something eat, me my machine spoil. You understand?
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah,
if I find something eat,
Mama knew now,
bro. So when they brought me food, first class, all those ones, no, you see.
Reminder.
And then I also heard she couldn't eat within the last moment.
Yeah.
So the food just spoiled the matter.
Charlie.
I overcried.
Charlie.
And then when I land, I say, success over everything. We must win at life at least to make her happy.
Yes.
And I trust that I have come far.
Yes. Mm.
Of course, I built my mom a house, of course, you know, and it's not like I turned it into, that's a house. So it's like there's a studio there, you know, she actually pushed me to buy the land, and then, you know, she pushed me to buy it from my auntie, and my auntie sold it to me, and that's my brother right there. So I'm like, okay, auntie, we go do So there's that energy, you see, they push you to go forward. So I've always believed my mom lives in that house. And so sometimes when I go there with my friends and stuff, I don't even say anything. They say there's an energy in here, it's peaceful, it's homely. I say, yeah, I believe that they live, you know, we just transition to. So, so I've never really, I can't see her in person, but I know my mom is alive.
Yes.
That one there for sure. I have a big picture of my mom right at my door when on my house. So when I open my door to go out, the first person I see is my mom.
Mama. What did you call her?
Yeah, Mama now.
Mama.
Yeah,
So, does she sometimes visit you in your dreams?
Oh, yes.
Recently?
Those are the spiritual aspects we will not be able to go into.
Yeah, but you can dream about people who have gone.
Course,
yes.
Of course. So as for my mom, dear, I don't play about my mom, and I really revere her spirit because you see, once she gave birth to you, you are a part of the existence.
Exactly.
You know, so they never really go that far. You can connect, communicate. So I'm just alive to make her proud, and she speaks to me. You can hear her voice in certain moments as if, say, they just whispered it, because we've gone through life in so many experiences where sometimes when you want to take a certain decision, you can hear just exact stuff that she would have told you. It would just play back as if, and that is how I would believe that I'm not a psyche or whatever it is, but I would believe that why this moment, you know, like it happens more often than not, so much so that if anybody comes to tell you that they do speak to us, I would believe it, because in certain times where believe you me, many times I'll just hear that line.
When you're in trouble or when you're about to do something big.
Yes, trouble, when you need comfort, when you are going through some stuff, when you just hear it. La, 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 la. I say, hey.
They speak over to you.
Oh, yes. You just hear it like as if said. So it just gives you that more, and you know that these are things that you and her would have shared before also.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
in those moments, these words do come and encourage you. So to everybody who has lost their loved ones out there, those that they have soul ties and connections with, believe you me, just live like they were here and make them proud. It feels happier like that when their memory comes to mind.
Yes.
So for me now, I'm so proud of the fact that if it comes to mind, I know that my mom has a place. You know, my mom has her own house, place to sleep. Like, I don't regret. There's no such regrets. I'm only praying to raise and make a lot of money to build her house in the village. That's my next target. So if you're watching over there and you want to dash me house for my mama, I like play. Me, I'm happy.
Good to go.
Me, I'm happy.
What do you think she will make of you now, man?
Instantly, as you just asked, I know what she would do. She just hold my ear and say, "Oh, that's my sound."
You know the ear word.
That's it. That's all. She knows. Because I've been too stubborn. And that's how she praises me when I do some shit. You see? Because she's used to that. Say, "Oh, my sound." I remember when I won the BETs. No. And another interesting thing is, when she was sick, I wanted a picture of her or something. Yes, I think so. And then my sisters gave her my awards that I won those times, and she held them and took a picture.
Oh, nice.
And sent. So that's one of the pictures. And when I called in the place, she was happy. You win, man. So anytime I went home with some of my friends,
yes,
you know what she does? She calls them and said, "So how is the Beam Nation going? Beam Nation are like, if I hear say, she's the
Beam Nation now. Beam Nation, you mother with that.
Those are the moments, you know.
Yeah.
And my dad is continuing with that, you know.
For real?
Because I'm not a Beam father. I don't know what
I like the way they just accepted you.
For them, they know it's that. You know how they are.
Of course.
They don't fully understand what is going on, but they are in it.
But was there opposition in the beginning when you wanted to be a musician?
Yes. Me and my daddy did. That's the part of the story we have to do part 2 of. That one is a war film.
Battlefield, eh?
It's a war film.
For real.
Believe.
He said, no.
Believe. I was telling my guys at that time, I go crop more.
Hey.
Come the house there. By the time I go reach the Johnson, they know say, where am I going to get a farm?
You don't go enter the house.
And not him. We know say this mohawk where you are brought to know. You know you can't come inside the house. It was say the mohawk is going on. I did the Johnson. Wait, you come house. No being taught I no go enter house, but no. We know already.
You don't go enter the house
because me and him we've had tensions the whole time. And it's a father and son tension.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of love in there as well. And that's what I'm saying. There's so many things I can say. We used to fight. But not like I've never hit him before. You know, but you know, it's like it's like that. It's like that. I'm happy my cousin is here. He knows I'm not lying. If I lie, please bring me back on track. He knows. And anybody who knows my dad knows that what I'm saying does not make justice to what it is.
You just give us the light version.
It's not even qualified to be a light version. He's laughing. It's not qualified to be a light version. It's like nothing compared to the thing. So sometimes I would move out, I live with some of my auntie. Of course, him there, he there. I'll come cut some 2-3 days for they are there. Yeah. Then one time when the fight was formalized well, I had to just move to Kaswa, one of my aunties.
You lived Kaswa before? Mm-hmm. From Ashaiman to Kaswa?
Yeah, I lived there.
How does Kaswa compare to Ashaiman?
Oh, Kaswa is sweet home cry. Auntie be block whole block. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
You go, block means old dog bama.
Okay. Guess what?
All my aunties are rich, they tell you.
Rich aunties. Those be the definition of rich auntie.
Cousin aunties. That's why they sit here right now. All my aunties are rich. Don't see me like that.
I hear you. We hear you, man.
So the woman, he go make her chop tire. He fight with him and I be food. Everybody be food though. So no cocoa no cochlear like Baman and Nama Subon and Ma over the no go of Offina.
You for finish everything before you get up. All the cocoa for go.
And I look cocoa dominant Marco. You can plagaran Yaman Rastas way.
Yes, indeed.
Namachu Kaswa Janshi to cocoa bit. I got like be and I'm when I say my children, my life, I got
the cocoa to hold you down for the whole day.
Easy. Margariri. Oh, shout out to all my Rastas, Ras Aswad, Ras Pepper, may so rest in peace. I was a proper Kubolo Rasta boy. Yeah. Which is how we learnt all that we could gather.
It is so. Ghetto love, what does that mean to you?
I think it's love that you found, like it's a description of that love that is devoid of momo, that is devoid of that is
a momo-less love, right?
That is devoid of trips. That is the word of shawarma.
People is offer.
Yeah, so that is the ghetto love, real and raw. That is more like flattery. You know, the girl thinks about you, she's happy, the joy you bring, the little you share, not on demand, though, not on condition.
No.
Yeah, that's the ghetto love right there. Yeah. I don't know if any exists lately because everything has gone IT.
So nice. What kind of love is it? From ghetto IT love.
Yeah. I don't like him. Oh, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, but I'm not too serious either.
Yeah.
Depends on where you want to place me.
It be so. It be so.
It has become more like, I think we have managed to tie it to technological advancement. You see, we have managed to tie love to technological advancement.
So now it's AI.
We are all living AI kind of love.
ChatGPT.
Oh, yes. Oh yes, you Google right now. Let's go on the day. Let's get on the trip. First, if you book the person for one side, no, I would check. Okay, if you're over location, I don't want no specific. I don't want that. I don't want location, I don't specific. I'm a year moving pick or get them a year. Like one. Kempiski. I know. Don't worry. I cheer the car 850. Oh. Because the quality of love is shown by the quality of places you go. It's interlinked, but it's not supposed to be.
That's why the ghetto love is there.
It's the most quality. Yeah. It's like the rawest form
of love. Yeah.
Not to say that all of that ones on top is not valid. It's really valid, and I think more enjoyable when the love is actually real and not gold plated. When it's real gold. Then you can turn into all the ornaments there be.
Was that your breakthrough song?
Yes, I believe. One of
Yes.
my breakthrough songs would have been
Ghetto
Ghetto Love.
Love.
My girl from the ghetto, we born and grow with Irene Logan at the time. Then I did another Ghetto Love feature with Obrafour.
Okay.
Ghetto Loving. So I had
Yes.
2 Ghetto Loves concurrently
Yeah.
running within
That's
the
that's
space.
really
And they
different,
broke me.
man.
Yes,
Yeah.
they broke me
2 different
to
tunes.
2 different tunes. One was almost like a dancehall, okay, I call it Afro dance or hip life. Or Obrafour would have given me the opportunity to perform on there. And then the Ghetto Love was one where Irene Logan would come and do a feature for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angloga Junction.
Wow, another nice body of works where I believe that I was at a creative moment where I wanted to have people understand where I'm from, and that was the album that had Mano G on as a track, first track, and within within that period, I believe that a sound like Mano G was missing in the whole in my creative space whatsoever. So I needed to touch back bass, and that's how I ended up calling the whole album Angloga Junction. And it had a few hit songs. I had Everlasting on there, and I believe all the songs that.
How often do you go to that part of Ghana, Angloga
yes,
side?
Yes.
You go often?
Often. Both announced and unannounced.
Yes.
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 Yeah, because it's our home. It's only 2 hours. Now the road via the Big Push initiative
Yes.
is being more, so once it's going to be even shorter. It's only 2 hours from my village. You know how I come from everywhere.
Tell me.
Which is Alak player, Anglogan. Anybody says that, I say yes. Because you find a relative there.
Of course.
You find Blazado too is in one side. So I just love to know these names and where it is. But you always find relatives spread across the voters.
Was it easy for you to get the name of the album, Angloga Junction? What were the other contenders for that album?
All right. This guy right here, we went back and forth. But I needed to have that identity of me being a Votarian. I think that was my own, at least to have that identity over there and then bring other identities on top. Because I remember featuring a few artists who were also representing different parts of Ghana, Africa. I think Diamond Platinum was on an album from Tanzania, and I think Kerry Hilson was on the Angloga Junction as well from America. So, I tried to put them together like that.
That was it.
So it was not too difficult because we knew what I wanted to. So the Angloga was there, and it was really, it's really interesting that the popular Angloga Junction is in Kumasi.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so where you have the timber people.
Yes, I knew what I was playing with. The most popular Angloga Junction is
it's in Kumasi.
And as many years as I would have gone back home, I've never seen Angloga Junction in Angloga.
There's no Angloga Junction in Angloga. It's true.
So
I
picked it up from the Kumasi side, giving it the moral of the fact that we are all we're all united as a people.
That's it. Stonebwoy, how did you get that name?
Stonebwoy, thanks to Dr. Duncan of Adom FM, when we started going on radio, as he would have given us the opportunity from SS1. My first introduction, they asked me, what's your name? I said Livingstone, but they call me Stone for short.
Okay.
So what do you do? I can sing, raga, rap. So they gave me, I did all 3. Then they said, okay, that's quite good. So I had to pair us to do
the battles.
The battling stuff. So they paired the rappers, then I was the only one remaining, and there was only one raga guy also. So that was where I had to get into my raga pocket and use that. So I stayed on there. And so unfortunately, or fortunately for me, if I didn't express all 4, then it would have been no for me, because the rappers, those who did just rap, had gotten their slots. But the fact that I did everything, it's okay if there's this raga over that side. So we did. So per another reintroduction, they said, okay, well, when we're about to go on the beat, as far as I can remember, he said, there's this guy here, Toba Doneja was his name. Toba Doneja, that's in 2003 or 2004. So he said, and there's another Stonebwoy here in the building. So then I became Stonebwoy from that day.
That's it. Shout out to Dr. Duncan.
Yes, every day I have to say this to give him the credit. So that was it. Like the boy is coming from the rude boy, and then the Stonebwoy form.
Yeah. Did you have other nicknames before when you were in secondary school? Or JHS?
Yeah, the Stone was enough.
Yes.
Because stone was enough, and then my friends would call me living beaters because that time they would be doing living beaters adverts. Plenty. So when they wanted to get at me, they just call me living beaters because my name is Livingstone. So when they say living, they sound the beaters. I was like,
Did your father ever tell you why he named you Livingstone?
yeah. Being that when I was moving from Ashaiman Government School, class 3, there was actually, the reason why I moved was there was a chaos one day. There were some of our, they would call them killers, senior men, Alimemu, Kafui Dey, and those ones. I don't know what happened, but they stormed in the school and it was chaos, beating everybody. All those ones, I don't know what the fault was. So we all had to flee class. So we flee Jan. So when immediately we got home, we said we won't go to school again. We won't go to that school again. So that was the back, it was on the back of that our father had to change our school and take us to a more small private school. So when we got to the private school the names were writing, my name is Eche Satekla. Eche Satekla. In most cases, those are the two. Then I
Eche being the twin.
Yes, Eche being the twin. So
Yeah,
Eche
younger
Satekla.
twin.
So these guys, maybe somebody they call him Michael, somebody call him Evans. Me too, I come private school. The time we are there, they buy me. There, if you say Eche, they are no lie. We all with the holla they go. Government school. But now people they give English name and things. So I go home and say couple.
So you the cup of
No, I'm just saying it now, but yeah.
By now.
I manage, I say, couple, find me English name. Will not be saying, they do me Eche Satekla for a year. Yeah, I come private place, make my name reflect, say something.
Something happened, man.
So I think however the conversation came, that's why I say I believe I grew up from a perfect home. Because within those times, we were all together.
Yeah.
Like mom here, dad, they were just laughing, all of those ones. We used to even sing together. So we're able to communicate the information. We respect and feared our dad, of course. So when the opportunity came, I slid it in, however. Then she said, I think he said Livingston. My dad actually said Livingston. Or something. He gave me an option. I was young, class 3.
Oh, he give you options?
So maybe I was like 8, 9, like my daughter's age.
Yes.
So she's in class 3 now. So I think he gave options. And the option was that one of his brothers, who was a twin as well, had unfortunately passed in Nigeria as a seaman. And his English name was Livingston. So I said, he's fine. I captured the Livingston. And it has defined my life. If they don't call me Livingston, like I give up.
For real?
Kaish, like I give up. So from class 3, I was happy to write Livingston, but I realized it'd be 11 words.
Yes.
The name
11
long.
letters, L-I-V-I-N-G.
Hey, 11 letters, sorry.
S-T-O-N-E.
L-I-V-I-N-G-S-T-O-N-E.
Yeah.
Michael will write in where you go. So every time I look in the register, when I'm looking for my name, I just looking for the
long one. Caterpillar style.
Yeah. So that's how I became Livingstone. But I think it's also in plan because I would have never loved to be called any other name to describe the person that is sitting here than Livingstone.
So what's on your Ghana card?
Livingstone, Eche Satekla.
That's all. Who still calls you Livingstone?
My classmates. And those who want to feel like they know me. It's like, they call me Stone, Livingstone. It's okay, I like it. There's the ones there. So when you call Livingstone, they know you from school.
From way back.
Yes.
A song like Climax featuring Samini. What was that? What's the story to that song?
That song is one of the breaking moments because Samini, the legend, of course, my godfather, and the big brother, of course. At that time, to get a Samini feature was just a breakthrough for you. And I was working under him during those moments. He showed me a lot of love, especially by bringing me close to him after he would have chanced upon me along the journey.
When was the first time you met him face to face?
At Quick Action Studio.
Okay.
If I do remember. Or if I met him face to face and hadn't had any conversation, that would have been in Adom FM because we used to do the battle stuff already. So we were the young, small boys. So he would probably pass through as a senior artist. That would have been a first encounter. So I think the second encounter built up off of that when, the raga style was like, young chap, very strong. So I was still in SS1 at the time. So we had a somehow, and Quick Action would have initiated that. So when I was on vacation, I'd go and check Quick Action, because we all met through the program. We check him at Spring Text Road, and Samini was recording at the time also to release the Obido album. I think, that one day. So I managed after. That's what we met, and then he told me that me school on me bebo lepa. And one of his guys, AK, his bodyguard at the time, he was so fond of me. So he would be the one that would be, pushing the matter a little bit more. He liked me. Anytime he came around, I was there also. Most of the times, because I'm on vacation and I run from school on weekends and all that. So that's how he became a mentor who drew me close and hustled under him proper. And I think that here we are today, making him very proud amidst all things. It's a family thing.
Maybe so.
Yeah, man. So we did Climax, and Climax blew up to the climax, up to the energies. JMJ produced that. We actually worked, and it was actually of a sample of I Love My Life. We're just playing around, and that gave me some good break. And we released my album Grade 1, because it was a high grade family, and I was the first grade anyway. So we dropped the Grade 1 album off of that, and that was the actual promise that we made ourselves, or he made me, to release a project eventually, and that happened. So we just took on and sped it off.
From Grade 1 to Fifth Dimension?
Yes.
Talk to me about that one.
Fifth Dimension actually had the Manoji.
Yes.
So imagine a feature with Mama Angelique Kidjo. It's definitely on a different dimension, that we have come this far. Had some amazing collaborations.
What's the fourth dimension, though?
Fourth dimension, if you check about it, I ask people to go and read, because these are like dimensions of life. People have different definitions to it, spiritually, scientifically, and all of that. So for me, the fifth dimension was really all that it means, the spiritual purpose with it, coming to a place of just more than physicality, and tapping into areas where it's not visible to everybody, but I know that I believe in the unseen. So that was my mind frame, and the type of songs that I put on the fifth dimension actually depicts a certain level of new sound, but also embedded in the styles that you are familiar with, original versions of those.
There's a lot of people on that album.
Yes, on that album.
Yeah.
Yes, it was supposed to really be a global album, which I distributed through Def Jam, Universal Music. Yeah, I was just that was that's my first international engagement, really, and it was promising to have, pushed the Stonebwoy brand all across, and I think we're able to achieve some part of it. So we're still up and running, which was the next album that was released.
Yes.
Yeah, and then now we did a Torture series. Torture 1 and Torture 2 is actually out exclusively on the Even platforms, where it is like a D2C, a direct-to-consumer service. So you get on there, you don't subscribe, you only sign up and able to purchase the album, and you have it for the rest of your life.
That's it.
Yeah, so you don't need any constant subscription to be able to access the music. So it has been on that platform for now. And then I think in a few, it's now going to come on all other platforms.
What's it like working with Tiwa Savage, Davido, different people?
Wow.
Let's talk with Tiwa first.
Tiwa is a beautiful soul. I think she's an amazing person and a typical woman, very loving. And when she likes the song, she goes on it. So Therapy, the remix, was what I have she and Oxlade on. They really loved the song, so I had to do a remix and put them on it, because we got messages like, "Oh, I love the song." So I thought, "Oh, fine. I don't think a remix will not be a bad idea." So we worked on a remix, and it's one of the most beautiful pieces that I've created. Like, people love it differently. It's like a classical song that as I kind of say that about one. I'm gonna say when I say that about, it's just a term for a certain class, which is elite. They love that track.
Davido?
Yeah. Davido is definitely like a brother since we met the year we met was when we recorded. We met. Most of the times it would be like swing bys in different places at different occasions. But this one we met in Ghana, and I think the next day we recorded Activate, and it's been a blessing to the journey so far. Yeah.
Shaggy.
Shaggy as well. Shaggy, I called on the phone one time. I think we did the song before I met him in Jamaica. But these are persons that I know of legends who would also know of me somewhat somehow, because of our consistent efforts in the Jamaican territory. Gone to Jamaica a few times, done some other major stuff with Sean Paul and all those. So, so he promised he was going to drop a verse once he's off tour, and in Australia immediately he did. We just haven't had time to shoot the video yet, but of course the record alone featured in a series in America, or something Miami, and it's been giving some big buzz.
Do you get people saying, you know what, oh Charlie, make you send me Shaggy number, send me Davido number, send me TY number, because do you get that?
Yeah.
They want to link up with them, they have a project to show them.
Yeah.
What's your standard response?
It's important to know that it's not a guarantee. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes I do not bother to relate that information because it might sound some way. So
man.
I just say I'll try. In many cases, I do try. In other cases, I can't even start that conversation. So I'll just hope that the timing becomes right one day somewhere where I can slide that in. But along the way, I believe that they get to know the answer. So they find a way.
What surprised you about Jamaica when you landed there the first time?
I saw Ghanaians speaking patois.
They look like me and you.
Yes. And you couldn't take anything away from them as being us. That's just what it is. And then now when you go and something crosses your mind that could have been, and then now you read about it and it is, you're like, so that also gives me a certain level of something, as in, that there's this in our DNAs, because it's a thing you see and think about only to be backed with facts as well, like the Coromantes, the in their valleys,
the Maroons and all those people. Yeah.
You find out that the history is actually very strong in there, where they would have come from, So we are all one people as far as I'm concerned, and I'm so grateful. And in that light, our President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has been able to make a very remarkable feat for the whole Africa.
Yeah.
Based on that reparation.
Yes. The gravest crime, transatlantic slave trade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is going to also amplify the need to understand the oneness of the people that we are. Because look at it this way. Why should it be a non-slave who is coming to fight for the slave in terms of some form of reparation? You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I don't think Mahama was enslaved. I don't think he has a direct, but I mean to say that because of the oneness of who we are and we understand each other's plight, which he would have stated in the speech, which is remarkable, you can know that there is a constant effort for us to remain as a people and fight for one another. So going to Jamaica, Caribbean, Turks and Caicos, Dominica, all I see is our people. All I see is Africans.
And you were hanging with one of the Caribbean brothers over the weekend, Gramps, your godfather.
True.
Gramps Morgan.
God bless the Morgan heritage and Gramps Morgan for what they've done in my life. And long story short, they took me on tour in 2015 on the back of that same BET, and he would have had a direct experience coming to Ghana. They hosted a little event. Reggie Rockstone actually put it together.
Yeah, he said so.
At the Rockstone's office in his compound. So everybody was passing by to do a thing or two. I had my brother Episode, be there. I think there were other brothers, but I remember Episode vividly. So I also went on there and smashed it out. And like he would have said, he said, damn, this guy sounds more Jamaican than anybody on the night, doing the dancehall feel and reggae feel. So we had that connect. And I was excited that a legend like him could realize my talent and effort, because I watched them a lot on all their shows in Europe and all of that. I had not gone to Europe for a tour yet. I think the first time was in 2014 when I went to 13 or 14 when I went to Europe. I had not. It was on the back of proper hustling, but to be shown to an international crowd, reggae crowd, professional ethic, professional environment, never. So I was in Nigeria somewhere, and I saw there, because him and I were in contact now, because he loved the guy and his talent and everything. So I saw they were going to go on tour. Then I like, this would be nice for me to go and, learn.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him if I could come with them. Then he said yes. I said, wow. The next minute they made a flyer and included me as an opener.
Just like that?
Yeah. No contracts, no signing, nothing. He just loved me and said, come along, brother. I believe you're good. And so at the time, it was only him, Grams, that was the mouthpiece for bringing these Ghana boys.
Yeah, man.
Bro, because he's the one who came to Ghana. The rest couldn't follow. So
No.
Mojo and Mr. Pete, may so rest in peace. Another amazing. So we went on tour, and from that tour, I became like a little brother to the Morgan Heritage. We've done shows across the world when we meet up. I think 5 or more or less, however, shows together. The last show we did was in Guyana. And then after we came back, unfortunately, Peter passed away.
Yeah.
And Grams have been holding the fort, and his son, Chemeri, has also been part of the group. And, the sister, Yuna. And so me, I'm just like a family to them.
Maybe so.
It's an amazing journey. We've done several collaborations, and it couldn't have. How else? I appreciate you, Mr. Grams. The vibes. Me and him were talking to you this morning.
Yeah.
We have a few things to do, and we just launched the Ghana Jamaica
Homecoming Festival.
Yes. And guess what? Who's the right person than himself? And I also have been doing my Beam Fest with the same theme and the same mentality, to try to rope in the Caribbean and the African systems together. And I brought Beanie Man, brought Fantan Moja the last time, brought Morganage, of course, they did, Cranium, a few names, Busy Signal, Jashi. I just tried to make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to continue that in even a better way. The more, the merrier. So, says the 4th to the 5th December.
Yes.
We're going to have that reggae feel for those who love reggae like myself.
Yeah.
Kabaka Pyramid definitely must pull up, all the brothers. And I think this is an avenue that's going to now elevate conscious music. Because as far as I'm concerned, reggae music is conscious music, as it will be defined from the inception by the Bob Marleys and etc., with the kind of concept that it always spoke about. And I believe that it's important we actually champion such causes, because when you're growing, you realize that you need more conscious music.
Definitely
more than the party music.
It be so.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to be approaching 40 in a couple of years, man?
It feels so grateful, because at the age of 13, I could have died. So to live to see 40 soon, and to live to see all the things that have happened in between the 13-year-old child and a 38-year-old man right now, is beautiful.
Quarter century.
Yeah. Seeing my kids, have a home, my wife, have a family. It's like, these are all dreams that have manifested, So I cannot be any less thankful to the Most High.
Did you find Ghetto Love with Dr. Louisa?
Love is important. So I found that Ghetto Love over there. And love is like a connector inside our hearts. You see, we are all born out of love, as far as I'm concerned. So we did, and then grew it gradually, because it does mature from just the beginning stages where it feels more like butterfly-ish and all of those ones, into now becoming a very responsible and intentional love, which is what I trust that we should be looking at most often. Because for many people, once the Ghetto Love dies away, there's no reason to want to intentionalize whatever it is. And I think that is not that the love is gone, but it is because it has entered another phase that you have to actually warm up to. So yeah, man, I implore all my young brothers and sisters to know that it's important to build a family, have a family, because we all come from one. Yeah. So,
What's it like being a father, man?
oh, amazing! It's the biggest achievement that I think I can have. And so if I am actually speaking on behalf of other men who can relate, I know that they know it's the biggest achievement you can have. Cars can come and go, houses can come and go, but a human is not a robot. A human is like, look at your son. And God made it in a way that they carry your DNA. Like somebody can see their side profile and say, we're Bani. That's some big achievement, to be very honest. I'm happy. I'm happy to have lived to see, because other people are looking for children who have the capacity to look after a whole nation and can't find, And as a Bible believing person and a spiritual person, I know that children are a blessing, Maybe when you are small, they say you are blessing. When you are growing, they say, "May I from Akbala." But don't worry, you are still a blessing. Don't worry.
So.
You know when the baby, everybody says the best things.
And then
once your face starts shaping, you say, they forget that they say what we said.
It was a blessing, man.
Guys, you are still a blessing. Don't give up.
What would have Mama made of you being a father, man?
Oh, but voila. As for my mom there, I think that he would have played with the grandkids. I remember, let me drop this one. In the hospital days, they were wondering if I would ever even be accommodating of any. So during the last moment, they were sniffing around who was my girlfriend. And that's the only moment she realized, but so she didn't see my wife, and all those. But she would have been, she's a mother.
Yes.
Somebody where they feed everybody for the area. I promise you, my mother go feed give your food to a stranger, bro.
Where you go home?
Sure. Easily. Because they have to, she for fix what is there.
Yeah.
Rather than wait to fix what. My mom was playing mother forever, and that is how she is. My mom, they will sack somebody's school. My mom go carry the person, go back to the school there and go try and make sure, say, the person goes back to, she could use all the links she has and try to make sure she's just taking care of everybody. So she would have been the happiest grandma, to be honest. Hey, imagine if she was alive right now, a grandma, and this your stubborn son has managed to become something remarkable. She would be happy to see. And my kids know her because of the big picture I have in front of them.
And they ask you questions, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And my daughter, sometimes she will ask you if, if we go to heaven, are we going to see her?
Grandma,
and I'm like, yeah.
How special was the episodes of Mama project, man?
that project was heavy on my heart. Imagine having to deal with my mom's loss and having to still continue to create music, to form. And the kind of creative that I am, I input reality into my works, because I know people can relate to every single thing that I am feeling.
Yes.
Because we are all humans dealing with similar things across the world.
It'd be true.
So I decided, like I would always do, to sing my reality and sing what it is. So a song like Mama would be born on there. Mama tell me, Mama did I tell me, times like this will come. So I gotta be strong. And then songs like Mama, whether you be ugly or fine, oh Mama. Those ones will lead the charter and open me to doing more conscious songs. And I think the episodes of Mama is one of the favorite albums, people's favorite albums. And I think I'm happy about that, because that is the spirit it carried. Yeah.
I
did like 24 songs on that album.
Massive, man.
12 reggae here. It was going to be just either reggae or the contemporaries, Afro dancehall, etc. Then my friend from Jamaica, I-Octane, is another musician. Very, he said, why don't you just put it all together at once? Then I did.
Big project.
So people can't get enough of going through reggae then to contemporary. It's one of the most beautiful albums.
And we love your reggae too, man. I mean, there's Rango.
Yes.
Always a classic.
Where we gonna Rango? After making our motherland a beautiful place to live. Simple life. It's all we want to live. Big tune.
Who produced that, man? I love that bass line.
It was produced by the owners of reggae music, Jamaica.
Yes.
There was one producer, I forgotten the name, but
It's
yeah,
a big song.
in
Oh.
Jamaica, yes.
Yeah, good. And the message is always relevant.
very.
Yeah.
And you can imagine what I was thinking as a young boy. So that
How old were
tells
you when you dropped that one, man?
I was young.
Very young.
Because my locks were hanging
Yes.
when I did that video. But I was filled with a lot of energy and stubbornness about how some things need to be spoken about. So much so that they are able to change eventually. So I was like, tell me, we're gonna have to make it a model and better place to live. Simple life is all I want to live. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love, and give me shelter.
That's it.
And then
Essentials.
that's all. Because it's really evident in my life that I'm living at the time. When you're walking around Ashaiman, you see people sleeping outside, gutter, blah, blah, blah. There's resources in the system. There's resources in Africa. There's resources in Ghana. Even Libya would be doing housing project. The system has found a way to tackle the basic stuff, health issues, all of those ones. And as a creative, born of the inspiration, the things that inspire me are conscious music. I couldn't sing. Okay, I'm an entertainer, of course. I could sing all the Sampatama Putu. I didn't even say nothing. You will dance because you want to feel free. You don't want to, you have to also understand that there are times and seasons. But at that particular moment, there's a need as well to input that message.
Yeah.
You see, because even in the Bible, it is not, there's fun in the Bible sometimes.
Yes.
There's different, it encaptures everything.
Yeah.
So
it's time for everything.
I needed to put that music down there. Like, one over hear me, please. This is when you sang me, I sing from the deep. Down in my heart and me feel like to weep. Well, if I think I go on where the people can't sleep, but Stonebwoy, me come here so you speak. You are the one to make life easy, same you are make it harder. After everybody mash up and there is nowhere to scatter, because it's the truth. Look at how politics and
Greedy Man, another big reggae tune.
And now, I want to is going on. It's going on. So I could not put anytime I hear a reggae beat, I want to, I thank God for the opportunity to speak the truth on it, to speak what we all talk about in our households, to speak what we all talk about in our offices. So I just go ahead to do justice because I don't expect a commissioner to do that for us.
No.
Though we all speak, we need a musician who is conscious to do that. So I would gladly assume the position.
It'd be so.
And sing about it.
More reggae, Hakuna Matata. There's a line there where it says, if you see at the choke, I make you give
if you see at the choke, baby, give me water. You know, say I be Pako, you be a water. But this my love, you know, go put you for gutter. Unconditional love, Hakuna Matata. Everything that they do, parada. Everything that they say, parada. Everything that they do, and your life, nobody leave it for you.
Is it the same horns guy again?
No, this was also produced by a Jamaican, but I put the horns when I'm performing because the original song doesn't have the horn responses. That song was born out of a real place where you feel like, I think I feel the energies of persons who would have to make decisions based on who they love. Many have made certain decisions based on who they choose as partners, and their lives have changed tremendously for the better. And they don't regret. But when the moment plays back in their mind, they thank God for having gone through the hard way, having made the decision they did, which is I think is a prominent part of the issues that happen within the love relationship scopes, because people could have made a better choice, but some will say, because my mother tell me say, because my father say, so I know if you do this, I know if you do that, I know if you do this, and that's how today it's become like this. So that song was just capturing the fact that it's your life, nobody is living it for you.
Maybe so.
Make a decision. If you see, say, at the choke, baby, give me, like, let's live. Let's be able to move beyond setting and take decisions on our own, but make sure that it's really from the core of your heart and it is nothing but the truth and what you're feeling. It will vindicate you later. To be very honest, I'm not a love doctor, but I'm just a social scientist.
But you're in love with a doctor.
Hey, you are too much. Give me the bars. 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 Yes. I mean, I think my own situation kind of like speaks a little bit on that, because Era was on the other side, I was on this side, you know. But when we met, God would bring us together. We both of us had to take decisions that would be a blessing to us today.
Here you are,
as
man.
young as we are today. I think she sent me a picture. If I'm allowed, I can show this. She sent me a picture on Snap. You know, Snapchat keeps memories. It was April 2017. I remember. This is the morning I saw it. And we were having a very serious diplomatic meeting.
For real.
She and I. And my face was like, I was like, in 2017 in April. And guess what? We got married 2 months after.
After the diplomatic meeting.
I didn't even know something was going on like that. But you see, women, they keep memories.
Capture.
And next year is the 10th year.
Yeah, man.
So
I saw it go.
I saw it go, you know, 10 years.
Yeah, man.
You know, be easy.
Yes.
So, Ghetto youth, it's possible.
100%.
If you catch the girl for one side, chase her. Don't play. Yeah.
It is so. Charlie, before we go, man, what's it like being a CEO of Burniton Music Group?
For me, it's just a hustler. A hustler who owns his things.
That's it.
That's all.
What does Burniton mean?
Burniton, I said I'll keep it burning.
Yeah,
I'll
keep
burn
the
it
fire,
until I
fire.
get. So
Yes.
that's the first tattoo I did on my hand somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, this tattoo too. My life no good though. The way we do the tattoo, if you know be God, like we go get infection. Charlie.
What's getting an Ashaiman tattoo like, man?
Hey,
Tell me about it.
terror. Because the tattoo no, already. We did the Lebanon there with one of our guy. He said tattoo artist.
You don't see credentials?
We see the credentials because the way he said writing, but you know, say yeah, if you do so he cut us. This is it. So we use the pen.
Yeah.
You see, there's an ink. There's a pin. There's a pin that they sold. This is a pin. And then they do the motor. There's a bicycle motor. There's a small motor they attach to it.
Yeah.
So everything is technically constructed by some mentality.
Did they make the tattoo machine themselves for
But
Ashaiman?
right there, we they take tie something. I know they can really. So then now when you touch the pin with the inker, then you now we they wound ourselves.
If you make mistake, what happen?
No, miss, you the right. Pin with this and they show you. So
Burn it on.
Burn it as my first year.
That's this is the first one?
The
First ever
one,
tattoo?
Yeah, so burn it on.
Okay.
So you have to keep it burning. So you have to mean it to put it on your skin
man.
and go through the pain.
And this one?
And this one was recent. This one is Hosapanusa.
Yes.
But I wrote it on the side. And my skin, it heals these tattoos. So I don't.
Hosa is faith.
Yes.
Unsa is strength.
The strength of faith.
The strength of faith.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the story behind that one?
Yeah, that's just how I'm feeling. It's like that's why I tell you I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in God. Like I believe in God so much that human being can't stop me. Like it's like your faith will make way for you, because I trust that my faith can have God send somebody to help me this right here, and maybe everybody here cannot help me. It's my faith. And to be very honest, I need to put this testimony. Somebody just dashed me a car yesterday.
Hey.
And it's fake. And when I tell you about the story, it's like, that's why it's on my body. And this has been
He just gave you a car.
brand new V8 La. I have not met him in my life before. Under 72 hours.
Wow.
So faith, anybody around me knows how, when I started the show, I spoke about faith. My faith in God is like, He holds the hearts of man. So better I put my ultimate faith in God. Respect human being, irrespective, because He would use human beings anyway. But more often than not, it is not those you know. It is the strangers. And the coincidence is I made a song on my torture too. I said, when family forget you, if a stranger go sort you, and some of them go show you real love that you don't know about. Blood don't make family. Loyalty and trust. Just like I did think for myself, I think it for something like that. Lyrics the door, so
Plenty.
just like I feel it for myself, I
feel it for you. It touched somebody.
Me, that's why I'm just expressing, because this has been my life anyway.
What was your reaction when the guy? So how did somebody dash you a car? What does he do? He calls you and says what?
So
How did it happen?
we're at the Kwewu Business
Yes.
Summit over the weekend
Yeah.
in Easter, speaking on faith. So I was in a room with my wife, and I just felt an urge to step out. Sometimes it feels limiting, because if you pass here, it's a photo shoot. If you pass here, it's a photo shoot. So you really cannot have a time of your own in the public eye like that.
Do you miss the unknown days?
I can say yes, I do. But the thing is, as a hustler, I've been hustling. So it was not really like there were days where people didn't know it was you. Yes. But now my focus has always been on the hustle so much so that the moment where it transitioned to me not having a life, I've not been able to capture.
So you step out of the room?
That is what is worrying me now. So I'm like, okay, I wanted to step out. So I called the guy and said, Charlie, I won't step out too. Again, I had to call one of my guys, because if I want to go out alone, say, another wahala. And I hate to always bother them sometimes. Sometimes I just want to take a walk. But
can you do a disguise? You do disguise? You do disguises?
They know my profile more than my face. So, so when the profile comes around,
I know you told me that.
Thank you. Oh, I can't try that too. So even probably abroad sometimes, where there's like I actually put myself to test to say that, okay, fine, let's see something. Out of the first 2 black people, let's see if somebody can identify me. And it is either they know you, so where are you from? I'm from Mali, I'm from Guinea, or you look like an artist, these two. So
busted.
Okay, so I stepped out, was walking out, and then this guy just say, hey, Stonebwoy. There is a foreigner, obviously, a Lebanese. I don't know me, but me, I just wanted to feel free. So his vibe just caught my vibes. And we just got close with the vibe. He's drinking a coffee with the vibe. Oh, I met you here 2016. I think, okay, because it was a business forum, so we were speaking about a few things, and I had performed the other night, in front of His Excellency and the whole. So big love to COS. Mr. Julius Debra, he actually invited me to come.
Chief of Staff.
So I saw this guy now. We're vibing, and then while we're vibing, other people joined in. And when they did, it was one other godfather who owns Monte Carlo in Tema, who's seen us grow from senior high school. So I'm like, hey, chairman. And coincidentally, he came to mind a week ago, and I felt like, do I even have his? However, so we're chatting. It was like a reunion sort of. Then we're speaking about shows and experiences, because these are I felt comfortable immediately.
Yeah, man.
Then I told him, yo, they were speaking about the shows that we've been doing, and the whole show. I said, the whole show was massive. He said, yo, that show was huge. Bro, but how do you pull it off? Then I said, Charlie, I even had to sell my 2 cars to invest in the show. That's what I sold my V8 and my Range to put in the show. And like, wow, really? I said, yeah. And you don't make the money, but we know, because these are business people talking. But we understand leveraging and having to still invest on whatever, long-term, strategic, whatever. Then the guy laughed. So I said also, my favorite car is my V8, because it goes everywhere. You are all terrain. So that's my favorite car amongst all the cars my guys know. So I said, hey, it pay me you. See yourself. Because right now if you got to go out, you're either using some other car that is loud and is drawing something. So me, I just want more. So the guy said, the white guy, is it? Okay, wait. Just there, he said, so you need another? I said, yeah, I need another. If you have any link, whatever you can. Then he just made a phone call and said, can anybody pick it up this afternoon? I said, Then my other guy said, no, you more wait. Tomorrow when we walk, come back from Kwewu. And it's a holiday yesterday with that. So we came like Sunday dawn. I got there like 2 a.m. That's what I was answering to. So the morning of the Monday, this nigga arranges everything, and last night calls me, and then that's it. No money matter. Zero mileage.
You see the car? What color?
I say I carry the car day house now. Black now.
Black.
2025. Twin turbo.
Whoa.
Faith. And guess what? As we they go, like I did tell my wife, I didn't even worry her. I say, hey, I tell my guys, like, I've admitted that I made a silly mistake to have sold that car. I could have sold another other one. But in my mind, at that time I said, because I love those, I said, okay, let this one go so that I can get a newer version.
Which has happened.
And
now.
I realized that I was.
Yeah.
Then I had to blame myself. I was being silly. So in the car, I was making some calls to try to turn things around because that's how I move. That's my leg. The other ones are not my leg like that. So I needed to get on the road, a few things here and there. And then that is how fate and God would have it. Meanwhile, nonetheless, within the year also, I had also supported in total like 6 people to have cars.
So the 7th one is yours now.
you get, so like it's all
Everything comes round, man.
Right.
What goes around comes around.
The faith right there. The faith of the horse upon you and the strength of
the faith. Powerful.
It's powerful.
Powerful testimony, man. Yeah.
So shout outs to Mr. Ali, wherever you are, team, your family, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm highly, 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 highly grateful. This has shocked me entirely.
What a story.
I'm so grateful. Nobody has ever dashed me a car, talk less of brand new car before.
0 mileage.
So in my lifetime, you deserve the thanks.
Yeah.
If I've done it for others and they are this grateful, inshallah. But for me, you go hear your name, you go call me, say, please, it's okay.
Maybe so. How proud of you are you of the fact that you went back to school, not just got your bachelor's, but got your master's too, man? Cross your legs, man.
I feel like this.
The flex.
I feel like this, and my mom is happy wherever she is.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful, like I've understood that you can push yourself. And it's...
What was school like, man, after so many years?
It was not easy at all, having to adapt.
Assignments.
Then also imagine, it's of course, it's but people, school, the local school, being a 2 office a day. What did they make an idea? Local school now, 2 hour office. We a hustler.
Yeah. But it also means that you have to pass because you are paid.
Yes. So it gives you different pockets of feeling, like where say you are on your own true. Because this one, your mama say go school, they pay your fees. You are not on your own.
No.
It's a vim that they are giving you. Now you have to give yourself the vim, raise the money, go through it. I mean, just the small pockets of things that make it happen. Now you need support as well and of course my wife has been instrumental also. There's a tertiary vibe, my lectures, of course, you have to sit down, learn, contribute. Sometimes they really are amazed because I'm there. I learned and I'm going to write exams. So long as I'm in Ghana, I'm in school. It's not online. Gimpa.
Were you in school with other musicians, other entertainers at the same time?
Yeah, but not in my class.
Not in your class. Okay.
Maybe if they were not as popular or something. But then, yes, Samini had just graduated also.
Did any of your lecturers want your autograph?
What it was is that they love to use me as an example, and that did put me on the spot a few times because I'm
like how?
Like they use me for example because when they're making certain scenarios, especially in the public school setting events, they can, they go out of the way and use me as an example in several different ways, even in real life, and related to the lectures.
Yeah.
And that. But I actually was living, I think, different lives. Not, of course, different lives don't mean fake lives. It's just like the different stuff that will come together. When I was in class, I know one guy saw me and entering class one time and said, hey, now I say, who's the school no bed? Hey, oh, I'm just go school.
A lecturer?
No.
A student?
A student.
A fellow student?
Yeah, but not in my class.
Yeah,
it's
but that's
those comments.
Come on.
So I would wonder, I'm like, in this educated space,
how can you talk like this, man?
You're talking like I don't want to use anybody's example. You're talking like yourself. How can you be talking like yourself? You don't say that.
What was your immediate reaction to that comment, man?
Chairman, as honest as I can be, I asked him, who's better than what? The ocean and run up to the ocean. I don't know what the ocean is. Now, me,
Touché.
I made them and
that was it.
Every come ya bia malaba na nya ma ni Jim Olafia Michael Jim nya hamala.
Tutula.
Ya na ji anyo na ma ba ji e ma.
Manyo now.
Ya ko ba tonya wunu na mtama no famo. Akpanelo.
What do you feel like to graduate, man? Just like that. What did you feel
Proud
like?
moment. I think the first when I did graduate from the undergrad, it went viral, and it has actually added to a lot of inspiration for persons who thought or think or had the thought to do a quick course here and there, go back. They've finally given in to the fact that they can. Because if a Stonebwoy can, then we can. And that alone is definitely powerful.
And you didn't just end there. You went and got the master's.
Yes, because I had to, so that it's mastered. I may do more.
PhD, man.
Hey, one of my chairmen said if I should use this one to make a lot of money before the PhD. So I take his advice because he said that they go to the school, no, you know how to turn it around and take it. So whoever is, he knows himself. Chairman, I salute.
Would you do politics one day? Representing the people of Ashaiman?
Politics, they say we are all inside politics.
One of my team members believes that actually put Stonebwoy, she can see him being MP, man. He go win straight.
That's what they've said. They really believe that. And if I sit in their shoes, I believe it too. You see, I believe it too. So nothing is impossible. Yep. I am, as a growing man, young child, I am open to serve my nation because I believe I'm a public servant already in the aspects of culture and diplomacy and entertainment. So should it have to be that we speak on behalf of the people and represent the people, bring development to their communities or the municipalities that we would represent and add our voices to policy making and all of that. These are things that I have gone to read about a little. So I am abreast with a few stuff and I'm willing to continue to know more and practice. So if it does happen and I'm chosen or I'm pushed to or it becomes, I'll gladly embrace it. Just like I embrace my accident and move through life. This is nothing I can't embrace.
At all.
Maybe say police go there my front the open way. Police the open way for me already now. No easy matter now.
No problem. Just to touch on that accident. The police car will hit you. Did they catch the people? They don't catch them?
They don't catch nobody home.
Wow.
Eventually, my last memory of the boss was he was promoted to the guy that was also involved in the accident was promoted. My last memory was I met at there's a police place in Moving Peak.
Moving Peak, okay.
No. Kempinski.
Yes.
You see Kempinski, there's I can't say honey farm.
Accra
one of
Ridge,
the courtesies. One of the it's a regional. No, honey regional.
Empty Dosu. Those people.
For
the Accra Central there.
For the Accra Central there before. So I met him there one of the times and maybe I asked my dad because I think he would have kept in touch. What he did was just no wahala. They managed, my dad pushed and got some insurance. And the insurance, the part that my dad saved for me was what took me through senior high school to senior high school 2.
Wow.
So this life is just like a story, a movie, because that's why I said there was a different situation back at, the economic situation was not economic in. So anything comes to help. Now imagine if it was me, would you say, how could your accident have funded your senior high school for 2 years? Like, it's just like sacrificing your leg for money. Like, you sacrifice yourself. It's just weird.
It's just weird, you can't understand everything.
You can't understand everything, so I just move on. I just feel like this is my life. This is what it is. I embrace it. But I'm thankful that I wasn't amputated because I don't think I would have been able to handle that. But for what I've handled, I think it's equal. It's my own cup of whatever. So thank God I have my leg, I have my knee prosthesis, I'm AI, quarter AI, They say I should come back in 20 years. I know I won't go.
To do what?
Ask them again. To be coming to give me pain.
You've accepted, man.
Like, this is cool.
It be so.
Yeah.
Before we go, man, let's talk about your foundation. Livingstone Foundation.
So imagine for all that I've been through and all that I've been allowed by God, if I was Job, to experience. You see, it's become a certain tool that I can work with. Because if you cannot feel somebody's pain, how can you relate to even want to support or help? So I know all this pain, going through senior high school, almost the whole period with the brownie cut here in your pocket here like this, you know, and all the wahala. So I understand how I feel. So the Limits Foundation was opened so that if there's any help that I can continue to gain or gather and give, I think that was the best way. And it is actually, it's rather structural, because as a growing person, I would have understood that it helps to write off, the different avenues that is, but more importantly, to continue to give support, and as empathetic as I am, the least that I have, as and when I can, I'll break bread with one or two. So that's just the fundamental purpose of the Livingstone Foundation.
What are you proud of that it has achieved so far? What have you done to help people?
Yeah. Some of the things spoken up in the public, some not. In terms of medical support, I have contributed to, if not entirely, most of the times. In terms of education, I've contributed to a few people, both loud and not spoken. Then one of the times we did a borehole, like a 4 mechanized borehole in some of these communities that had been affected. We drove past to go and do one show, and it was some way. So I said I would try and raise money. So I put monies together and managed to do the mechanized boreholes, and I gave it to the assemblies so they can take care of. I think I did 3 or 4, something like that. So they have it. So sometimes when I travel around the Takrady and I see that I have done those things over there, people are fetching from there. I'm grateful.
You're happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what the foundation. And before I left uni, I actually launched, yes, the foundation, but I opened like the education fund so that I can tax everybody I see on the road.
Give you money to send people to school.
So that if the money is there, we can bring a report, however, for the public school at Gimpa.
Yes.
Because yet experience would have it that whilst in my time, I would have had to support some of the brothers and sisters, through it. So the hustle continues. It's not who that has that gives, but it is who that have a heart of gold that shares what they have.
Okay.
So that is the vim and the mantra that I am working with.
Couple of quick random questions.
Yeah.
What's the inspiration for the grills I see flashing at me?
I'm a Ghanaian in a Gold Coast. Gold Coast, you can do some white gold, and of course I love these ornaments.
Yeah.
As a king, you have to clad yourself.
Maybe so.
And I'm coming from Ghana, you see. So wait, you see more gold and diamonds.
More will happen?
More gold and diamonds. Gold Board has promised to give me my next set of grills. And I know they will do it. Shout out to Sami Jemfi and the MDMFR, because I want to represent. That's why everywhere I go. So I was going to clad the whole top with it. And it's made right here by one of our brothers as well, who's a Ghanaian jeweler. So everything is intentional. So when I go out there and you ask me, I can tell you, this is from Ghana, this is here, the jewelry industry, all of those ones. So, yeah. Because I love them, and Ghana is Gold Coast, so we have to clad the gold on them.
What excites you about Beam Nation?
The new crop of Beam natives are well awoke, whereby all of us, including myself, are serving one purpose. So I couldn't mislead them, even if I couldn't, because they are awoke. They are aware, they are supportive of the vision of music that will make change, music that will bring joy, of the entertainment industry, of making sure that there are talents like a Stonebwoy who would be able to garnish or to gather together a purpose of excellence, at least to try, and not the other way around where it is just probably filled with fanaticism and they follow what I'm just saying. These are fans or people who are actually committed to the same cause that I am committed to, which is trying to achieve excellence in every department that you are. And I'm proving it through the music and all that I do. So that's one of the proudest things I am about Beam Nation. You know, the nation that God gave us to lead.
What does BIM stand for?
Bless His Imperial Majesty. So give thanks to the Most High, literally. You know, when BIM became a sound from 2 songs before Climax made it more popular. Fans began to call me Bim Bim Bim. So I realized that this was something that creatively I could work with, but I was spoken to my spirit to put a meaning to what it is and share. Then I said, bless His Imperial Majesty, thank God for everything that He has done, because everything works together for good to those who love and trust in Him. And that is my foundation. My foundation was built in God and on Christ. So I couldn't feel afar or apart from, you know, what I did. I couldn't attribute that to nobody, but that was the basis why I actually have the Beam Nation. So you can imagine it's a thank God nation.
Yeah.
And God will come through for all of us, you know, direct us to achieve individual purposes. I inspire people across different walks of life, you know.
They're very passionate. I mean, they when I see their support for you online, I say, "Qua, serious passion there."
Very, 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 very inspirational to me too. So they give me the drive to do what I do, because in my terrain and the resources available, you can only do, you can decide to do otherwise. But they see the blood, sweat, and tears that I continuously try to put together in elevating as a Ghanaian musician. You see?
Describe to me what the scene would be if they knew you were here recording this.
They will be choked outside now. They'll be choked outside, some with the hopes to see me, some with the hopes to talk to me, you know, because I'm really their friend. I sleep with them, not in Koto. You know, can't text say I sleep with my friends. Hey, don't do that.
They're not going to do that.
You know, in terms of the fact that
you are with them.
Some people have my face, and even me, I have my picture in my house. So right now, who is a Stonebwoy? We are all serving one purpose, you know. So of course, some would love to see you. Sometimes someone will ask you a question about something they need clarification about. If they are lucky enough, I'm able to share one-on-one with them, and that's who I really am. Me, I love to chat. If you find me and we are friends, and maybe by the 5th minute, you know, so long as you don't get to bring the Stonebwoy factor right there, I'm cool. But immediately the Stonebwoy sets in, I become uncomfortable, so I leave.
Okay. You just want a regular chat.
Exactly.
Okay.
So some are able to get that out of me too, and you know, yeah, man.
As a touring musician, you must have gone through a lot of passports, man.
Serious.
How many are you doing on right now? Which number are you doing on right now?
Oh, I've killed a few passports. Right now I should be on my probably my 7th or 8th passport. Yeah.
Where would you love to perform apart from Japan?
What? Wow. Me, I love to perform. I love the stage. Life is so, you know, wherever.
Which country you know?
Which country?
You know,
yeah, Japan, Asia, I want to get on there.
Go there.
Even Africa, I want to conquer more.
Yeah.
And most especially Ghana. I want to be able to easily tour Ghana, which is why we have the torture experience, trying to push the button at a certain level. So we did Ho, which was, incredible. Massive. And want to take that massiveness across Ghana, which is what we are doing right now, which is what the torture experience is doing. Because, you know, like you would ask, where is the best you want to perform at? Many a times the answer will be outside of Ghana. But I trust that I've done a few major events outside of Ghana, and their professionalism and the way they approach stuff is excellent, which we've learned from and always learn from. But here in Ghana, it is my wish to be able to get up as an artist or a creative to tour Ghana. Like we have 16 regions now. So imagine we have like even 10, because it used to be 10 before, or 10 amphitheaters of 5,000 capacity, you know, well, or even less. you're able to, that is going to be the infrastructure that's going to add to the industry. We are going to be able to now, rope it in, sync it with ticketing, advertising, marketing. It's a lot of employment for people.
Yeah.
And the ecosystem as well, the revenues, and it's just going to be easier but it's difficult to tour Ghana right now.
Yeah. But the funny thing is that in Kojo Enchi's time, they could do like almost all around the country.
You see, so please, what changed?
Yeah.
Because I would be maybe not born by that time.
No.
But what changed?
So the ease of touring around the country should be something that
Absolutely.
you really
it would
love.
make a lot of change. It would boost the creative industry, the touring, because touring is one of the major revenue
Yes. Earners, yeah.
Of the music industry. So imagine the number of people who want to see us. In whole, we did like between 15 to 20,000 people. So they want to come out.
Yeah.
We need to serve them, and then look at the economic benefits that come with that.
Yeah.
People selling cars, traffic, so it goes round back. So if we're able to tour Ghana easily, that would be one of my joys. And of course, we are in our own small ways. We don't just wish it and sit over there.
Yeah.
We are having conversations to see. Imagine if MTN, now that they have the Momo Fest going on, if they have MTN Arena,
they can easily do it.
Vodafone Arena.
Yes, Momo Arena.
Across the nation, it would give a lot of employment.
Yeah.
You would be able to now work and be able to even pay taxes, help them, so that's where my mind is when it comes to performing.
So.
Because a lot of energy. If I go out there and I perform, yes, I would love to conquer the world, absolutely. But then what comes to mind immediately is the fact that I can't be able to do that with ease around here.
Yeah.
You see, so that's why I had to answer it this way.
It be so.
But wherever you give me, I'll perform.
You perform. It be so.
Anywhere I'll perform. Once I feel like I have to and I'm healthy and I need to deliver, just give me a DJ, just give me a mic, just give me a band, and I'm willing to entertain.
How do you stay fit to perform at your best?
Small push-ups.
That's it.
Small push-ups.
Your small will be plenty though.
Never easy. Yeah, small push-ups.
Yeah.
Small swimming.
Okay. Yeah, swimming is great.
But I'm not a good swimmer. I'm just.
I like play boy.
Imagine
How?
Oh, they no try for me.
You be the Ashaiman.
That time if I go the dam there to the Ashaiman to swim, if I come, they go cane me. So all my friends know how to swim except me. I could have self-taught.
Exactly. Is there a song that when you perform, the audience say, no, you can't leave this place until you perform this song?
Wow.
Which of your songs have that effect?
Many of the songs.
Okay,
I
you
just
list
came
them for me.
off stage in Kwewu.
Okay. What did they ask for?
The least I'll do is an hour and a half every time when I'm on stage. And it's hit after hit after hit. The different songs resonate to them differently. You see, so this question is a big question. You see, so okay, one of the songs would be one of the songs that would give me a certain vibe is Fire.
Okay.
I'm a kid I like Panina, no boy, and a good the must have the governor. That song, people just love it.
They love it.
Yeah. I see the vibes on that, as in the fact that you're singing ever.
Yes.
And the blabbering it, those that don't really get what you're saying, singing.
They'll be asking,
like,
what do they talk?
And the fact that they sing with energy, that fascinates me, and it gives me some joy. It gives me some joy, like I'm spreading a certain vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When they sing my language, like my mother tongue.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm feeling and the brother is on account. So, but the
vibe, man.
Manoji as well gives that effect.
It does, huh?
Very well so. So it's one of those when you Manoji, and the fact that you when you hear the accents, you know we're on but the way they love it and they just it's one of those moments. Yeah. For real.
So you are now at the phase where people are calling you, giving you words like icon, pioneer, torchbearer. How does that make you feel?
I would have thought it was unnecessary until I realized that 2026 will still mark 20 years. Still, I'm hustling this music. So if 20 years ago I was still hustling this music, then I could actually agree to the fact that some of these names will make sense because this it is only by the length of days of how long you would have stayed at a certain practice that would have people willingly want to call you to match up with what it is that you have been at. So I would humbly receive it, so long as I'm not forcing them to call me so by just speaking it, but by my actions, meaning, or my works, giving them the right to want to call you an icon, which they can point to, because as an icon, they can point to the things. As a pioneer, they can point to you actually naming Afro dancehall, which is now well recognized with all the DSPs putting it up, because that is a great feat, and I'm happy that posterity will not forget, because even if you type it out, you see there's one Alakble boy, Angoga boy, Volta boy, Ghanaian, African, who would say Afro dancehall and pioneered it to where it is now. So I will accept and only use it as encouragement to continue to grow, because I also believe that there's more to achieve. I may have started very early, and that means that I would have to do more, So we're still rope, because those that I look up to are still active. Yeah.
Who are your musical heroes? Or just your heroes, without even music?
Yeah, Angelique Kidjo would be one of those heroes. Kwame Nkrumah would be one of those heroes. In fact, all the African leaders who would have engaged in, making sure that Africa gets liberation and independence, and all those rebels that the West called them rebels. But then when you dig down, you realize that in as much as they were humans and imperfect, such systems try to make you like you have to be perfect and find a way to destroy you. So those are all my matters. And when I actually fully heard the Kotoka story, I was touched. And even, he's one of those that I respect for, because I heard it on your platform. Somebody spoke the story, and the fact that the Ghana people needed a certain person like him at the time, because they believed that politically there needed to be a change, somebody to stand up to do what he did. And then now, it was praised. I watched it on your show, and they were like, wow. And then now it's all of a sudden, like, for somebody who would have the heart to want to do something positive or to make a change, I love all of them. These are people that inspire me. Not only, in fact, musicians don't inspire me that much. But those that fuel my drive are many a times revolutionary leaders, those who have done remarkable stuff in the business field, who have turned situations around. Ultimately, they give me the drive to be able to use the musical or the creativity to turn things around also. So many names thereof. J.J. Rawlings, many.
Who's on your playlist or your reading list these days?
My playlist is actually Spanish music. Yeah, I just go. I have a playlist on Apple and AudioMac. I just put Spanish. I like the things I hear is quite different.
Yeah, the guitar stuff.
And the fact that I don't understand what they're saying. Yeah, also that's what I'm spanning in right now. Yeah,
Spanish music.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the language. Yeah.
Have you played in Spain before?
Yes.
Okay.
Dedicating with Morgan Heritage.
Okay.
Yeah. On Rotterdam.
Yeah.
Big show.
Biso.
Yeah.
Nice. Muy bien.
But I don't understand.
You know they pick the languages as they go around.
Me, I feel the flow, keke.
The food.
The feeling they be me past the understanding.
But you pick up small languages for the countries you go for. But you play for Paris?
Yes.
You play for Spain?
Yeah, I play for Spain.
Yeah. How about South America? Have you played in South America?
South America.
Brazil?
No. Cuba, no. I would love to.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to. So if you're watching and you feel say for go, look sharp. Go.
Where's the coldest you've played? The coldest?
Canada. Canada.
In winter?
Yes.
Cool.
It was cold.
Outdoor stage?
No, it was
Thank
indoor,
God.
but by the
Still
time
cold.
we were here, it's seriously cold. The most miners I've ever seen over there was in Canada.
What was the temperature outside, man?
That's a minus 14 of, yeah.
What does that feel like to a West African who is used to damp, humid weather, man?
You for look sharp, go clad yourself. No come increase your sasabro for a year.
That's damn cold,
Because
man.
the cold, I mean, you don't have to expose yourself. Even those that were born over there hardly can adapt, you know.
Minus 14.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Remember, quite recently on a up and running tour as well, we did a date in Canada. It was really cold.
Really cold.
Inches of snow on ice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where do you have the friendliest fans?
Oh, well, these questions are really difficult because the friendliest around the world.
Yeah.
Around the world do better. We
Yeah.
save me to save me. Yeah, but friendliest fans.
Okay, friendliest police.
Yeah, you don't want to world level because me there is. I think it's the energy that I carry.
I don't talk wickedest police or just the friendliest.
That must mean that wicked too.
No, I don't go ask how. I don't go ask wicked.
Maybe New York. Maybe New York.
The police person friendly?
Yeah, maybe New York.
Yeah?
They chill like that sometimes.
Okay, okay.
Sometimes they vibe with you, like when you're doing something on the street or something. Yes.
Where did you go and you were surprised that somebody recognized you or recognized that was a Stonebwoy?
Imagine, no.
Where be that?
More than one place.
Where be that?
But
Tell
I
me.
can't really. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes maybe somewhere, Germany, somewhere, and it is the manner in which the person go. Because I think I mentioned, and they're like, "Well, I'm from Gambia." I say, "Okay," you know, yeah. I get that in different places, different pockets of places.
Yeah.
So that's why it's hard for me to mention.
How does it
this
make you
one.
feel though? Like,
It makes me feel proud because as a brand, Stonebwoy is a brand, and as me, Livingston, I'm working for the brand. So when the brand does get such recognitions, I understand that all the efforts that we're putting into marketing, into positioning, is not actually in vain. Yeah.
and finally, who is that Ghanaian or African or Caribbean musician that you would recommend that comes to this podcast and has a nice chat with me, man?
Wow.
It can be more than one.
Yeah. I'm the biggest of all, the most interesting of all of them. I don't mind. I would wish for Rihanna to sit here and you interview because that would be some nice stuff that I would wish for. You know, of course, in the reggae, Rihanna would make. I would even wish for Kanye West for you, or Jay-Z for you, because that's the level I see the kind of vibe going on in terms of music. The Caribbean, of course, any nice icon that has stuff to share. You've done Morgan Heritage already, Buju Banton. I think Buju would do this any day, anytime once it's clicked.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Gramps recommended Buju also.
You see.
You guys are thinking alike.
Yeah, Buju would do, Sean Paul would do, Shaggy would do as well. Beanie Man would easily do too, you know. And I think DJ Khaled, somebody like that too, to that aspect. I mean, this platform is a platform that anybody can come, feel comfortable and share. So, as in our own capacities, we'll make sure. So anybody where I see say it makes sense, we are find them. We ever make way to Ghana.
If or land. Come vibe for here.
That's a promise.
Good luck with the August show, God willing.
Thank you very much. And the tickets are out on www.stonebwoy.live. So you can grab them 15th of August. I wish to see all of you guys in London. OVO Arena, Wembley is the Beam Fest, the first edition going out of Ghana proper. 12,500 capacity for Ghana is doable. Let's start to grow into those spaces, you know, and show the world that we have what it takes. Ghana, Anna.
Yes.
And then support the Black Stars as well. Don't do that. Support the Black Stars at this World Cup. We all understand the hurdles we're going through. You know, the coach has to go. That is not, by the technical team whatsoever. But, you know, as a proud Ghanaian, we're making it to the World Cup. Make sure you guys support the Black Stars, please. Sometimes, let me tell you one thing. I was at the German embassy to watch the friendlies. The ambassador invited me over. And when they scored as and we scored, we're happy. Then when they scored the second goal, one guy was jubilating. How?
A Ghanaian?
Wallahi, I was hurt. Like I was, excuse me, I was just angry. Because even the ambassador, when we were talking about the scores, he said, oh, I want to draw. Even him, he couldn't be so German to say he want to win.
Maybe they talk as a diplomat.
But even him, even if he said German should win,
yes,
it's cool.
Yeah.
But he had to talk as
a draw.
Diplomat. Now you to talk like a patriotic person.
They score we way, they jubilate.
Joy say we lose. And me, I take them personal.
Serious?
Because if they make I think enter your mind, make I see which person you be. So that way they go deep to my heart and say, but you can't be happy that you win. And you can't be sad that you have lost. Like you are happy that you have lost. What is that? Do you have a personal vendetta on anybody? You answer, it's just like if you do that, you know good. So please support. And you know the guy came to greet me and I gave him some attitude.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sorry, but it was because of that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because like I don't get it. Who is going to be the patriotic for you to be going forward?
Thank you.
If not you as a Ghanaian. So let's support the Black Stars. And of course, there's an opportunity to win big and travel free, cost free. And it's a raffle stuff that, we're all pushing and promoting. So if you pick your phone right now, text *899#, push it as many times. It deducts only 10 CDs. You could be a lucky winner. Every day they do a draw on GTV. This, I think, is a cool opportunity.
Yeah.
You could win all expenses paid trip to America, Canada, or Mexico. And if you come there, you might see me. Me too, I'm throwing at the same time. So that if I get to win, I win. So www.ghworldcupraffle.com. Please join in. Let's support the Black Stars. Let's go Ghana. Don't watch the coaching. Watch the patriotism. Because it's not only in sweet that you will be Ghanaian. In bitter,
Before be
Ghanaian. And in sweet too. So thank you guys. One love.
Akbar.
God bless you.
Thanks a lot, man. I enjoyed this.
I appreciate
Thank you very much.
Respect.
That's my chat with the being president, Stonebwoy. If you haven't subscribed, this is the time to do it. My name is Kafui Dey. God bless.
Bless.
Yeah,
Thank you, Chairman.
Yeah, man.
You go push them every corner. Akbar. I hope it was interesting.
It was awesome. Yeah.